Yeah?
Yeah.
I slept.
Slept good last night, huh?
Do I look a little less ill today or something?
Yeah. No,
All right.
Everybody looks good. Everybody looks good
I'll
except
take
for
that
Lern.
deal.
Yeah, I look like crap. No, I'll take it. I feel like crap.
No,
He
you
looks
have
great.
volunteered also to sing a song later.
Yeah.
Which
I was like, we
I
need
was
to
talking
use
to the
this
fellas.
voice. Oh,
talking
yeah.
to the fellas to kind of
What
figure out
song?
yeah, we don't know yet.
Oh, man. I was singing Take It Easy by the Eagles earlier, and it actually sounded okay.
You don't know what it's like
Give me,
To be a sad man.
give me some sick
Are you
karaoke.
feeling a little deeper voice than normal?
Yeah.
No,
Maybe lock
nasally.
the
Big
doors
Terry
and
might
turn
come
the
out.
lights down low.
Yeah, how much country music do you know?
Not
much.
much. Not
You know
much.
some?
I can sing like Patsy Cline or
I'll figure something out.
figure something out.
You sing some
might as well
Conway
take it.
Twitty with that voice.
Yeah, doing that semi-yodel blue.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you.
Yeah, we should take advantage of this.
Yeah, we should.
Man, you had a busy week. Yeah, you got the John Hewlett thing on Thursday.
I know. I have zero time to be. This is the 1 week out of the year where I'm like, I can't be
know.
sick.
Just pretend like you're not. That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm on.
Denial is powerful.
I am denying it, and I'm on all sorts of drugs right now. So who knows?
What
what's
are you
gonna
on?
happen. I got the Excedrin Extra Strength. I got Benadryl. I
All
got
right.
That'll
Xanax.
jack you, dude.
Everything.
Xanax.
No, I'm kidding.
There's like gnarly caffeine in that. I get jacked every time.
Excedrin? I know.
Yeah. Whew, I try to. That's an emergency.
Rock
only
it
for
out of
me,
here.
boy.
Excedrin?
Yeah.
Dude.
That's caffeine?
Well,
Xanax.
the extra strength one or whatever.
Yeah.
Excedrin. I think it's Excedrin migraine or something.
Yeah.
One of them has caffeine.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. You'll be fine.
Godspeed, woman.
I'm
Like
great.
Thursday for John Hewlett's thing.
Yeah.
Which is at the Sheldon?
Yes.
Okay.
I got to be there at like 6:45, and my part doesn't go on till like 9.
Oh, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yeah.
Dang.
It's gonna be cool though. I got some inside scoop on that, and old school radio fans of his are gonna be blown away.
Yeah, John Hewlett's doing like, there's like a John Hewlett like storytellers retrospective thing at the Sheldon.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Life, Death, and Other Scary Things.
That's it.
And it's a roast.
It's a roast.
Oh, it is.
All sorts of people from his career. Literally everybody who's ever worked with him is going to be participating in that night.
cool.
Everybody, huh?
And it's almost sold out. Yeah.
Everybody?
Everybody? I worked with
Emphasis
John.
on everybody.
Everybody, huh? Everybody.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Well, I wish I could be there for you.
Thanks.
It's a late night. That's
I know,
Thursday.
dude.
It's
Well, and then
late.
Friday we got the,
If it was Friday.
I know. I wish
You wouldn't do it on Friday
Yes,
either.
I would. Friday, I would.
Well,
I
Do you
would
remember
Friday.
a few
I would
weeks
Friday.
ago when he said he was definitely going to go?
Yep.
who.
I would, honestly, I would.
no, I
if, it
do,
was,
yeah.
if it was Friday, I would go.
Well, we have
When-
such a big day on Friday.
Friday, we have rehearsal.
Yeah. And the show.
We have the show. Yeah, I couldn't do it Friday. Friday's out, too.
I know. We're screwed.
What show?
You just can't. You just cancel an
Friday. I
event
just
that's not
canceled.
happening.
Yeah, I just can't. I'm out. No, we have this show, the show we're doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Then we have the rehearsal.
Of course.
And you know I'm going to be all jacked up Friday night.
Yeah, man.
Going to be all jacked up Friday night. Not going to be able to sleep on
Christmas
Friday
Eve,
and Saturday.
yeah.
It's
No
going to be
thanks.
Christmas Eve.
No time.
My wife and daughter are going to be out of town. So I'm going to be relying on the boy to... He's got to be
Excuse me.
the guy to calm Dad down.
Pizza Friday. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You'd have
Just
a
the
great
guys,
time.
huh?
Yeah, my wife's out
Just
of
the
town.
boys.
My wife's out of town Friday too, man. It's gonna be.
Bro, we can
be
wait. Mel's
crazy.
not coming to the Rizz Show live.
She is, but she's flying to Texas and driving right back
Dang, dude.
just to make it to the show.
Yeah, no wife for me.
I know. I told her I'm gonna miss her on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the boy, though.
Cool.
The boy will be there.
He's gonna
Provide support.
see Dad in all sorts of compromising
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah, I said, son, going to be a changed man after you're going to look at your dad in a different way.
You may not talk to me for a month.
Yeah.
That may scare your son into medical school. on
Honestly,
Saturday.
I hope there are some parts of the show he doesn't hear because there are going to be some things revealed that
Yeah.
This
I
will
will
make you
be
dad of
in-
the year, right?
I was on the phone with
Yeah.
my mom yesterday, and I'm not going to give away what she said, but she's like, I'm really nervous about this one thing. I go, Mom, it's going to be fine. And she's like,
Yeah, your mom's got a little part of the show, too.
Yeah. And she's not telling my stepdad, and she's bringing a couple of their best friends, and they have
a couple
no clue.
besties.
I go, you'll be great.
All right, it's going to be fine. Yesterday, we got up to the 80s as far as the temperature goes. Had all the windows open
Felt
in the
it
house.
too. Changed my socks 3 times.
Yeah, we were outside doing some filming. A little thing we're doing for Saturday, and man, it was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Grilled yesterday.
Did you? You grilled, huh?
Had some salmon, yeah. On
Grilled
the Traeger.
some salmon. All right. It was nice to be outside. So today is also supposed to be in the 80s. They're talking maybe a high 83.
Damn.
Tomorrow, flip that to 38.
High of 38.
High of 38.
That's perfect.
Okay.
So 83 today, and then tomorrow, flip it to 38. Here's what KMOV is saying. Oh, is a first alert weather day today. Oh, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Count on record highs in the 80s this afternoon, along with breezy winds that could gust near 40 miles an hour. I said it will feel like May this afternoon. May. As a cold front approaches this evening, we'll watch to see if storms can get going from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. in St. Louis. Any storms that do develop could turn severe. Wind, hail, threat of an isolated tornado. However, there is a, quote, cap of warm air aloft that could hold in place and prevent the storms from developing. While storms are not a guarantee, you'll want to stay alert this evening in case severe storms break that cap and develop rapidly. Areas south and east of St. Louis have a little more moisture to work with, and that enhances instability that could help storms to develop. So areas south and east of St. Louis are a bit more favored for the strong storms. That said, much of the region is in a level 2, 5 being the highest severe threat because any weakness in that cap could result in strong storms. Then tomorrow, temperatures will crash. Sunny, high of 38. So 83 today, and then tomorrow, 38.
Both windy. And then it kind of levels out. Gets back into the 50s, high 50s, and then 70s over the weekend.
70s in the weekend, so
hello.
we got that going for us, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this week is full St. Louis. Full St. Louis. Just prepare for a full St. Louis week.
I'm telling you,
your heat's on, your air's on. Your heat's on, your air's on.
They call it Fool Spring.
Man, I feel like the whole winter has been that.
Yeah, it's been a weird one.
It's been a weird one.
I'm all right with it. Except for, as soon as I put salt and was all prepared for that snow, now my driveway's just full of salt.
Yeah, could wash away today. If it rains, it'll wash away.
Yeah, good point.
Be fine. Local story here: a guy charged with stealing sewer grates, memorial plaques, and at several St. Louis locations. The reason this story caught my eye,
Yeah.
was the guy who they caught doing it was like, I'm buying fentanyl. I'm still going to buy fentanyl.
Huh.
Say what?
He's buying them with the memorial
So
plaques?
this
What's
guy would
happening?
go and fence like the sewer caps, like the sewer grates.
Yeah.
Right? To whom?
I don't know where you would sell this stuff.
I'm a big collector of them, so I go on the black market all the time and buy a ton of these.
You do?
A man is accused of stealing sewer grates and memorial plaques from several St. Louis locations in the city. Telling police, yeah, I do it to support my fentanyl habit, and I don't plan on stopping.
Wow. Imagine having a fentanyl habit.
Well, and there was something about his pure honesty that I kind of found a little endearing. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with
there's
you.
a little bit, There's a guy in Vegas that does that. Like, he sits on the street and he's got a sign that says, gonna be honest, looking for money, gonna get hammered, party hard, maybe buy some drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here's $20, man. Like, at least you're not trying to BS me. Like, I have some respect for that.
Yeah.
That you're just like,
And a
yeah, I am
little-
a degenerate. Help me
too.
out.
Now, listen, not that I'm condoning this behavior in any way,
No, me neither.
but I do appreciate the,
You're not wasting my time with that cover
here's what I'm
story.
doing, and I'm going to keep doing it.
Right.
Yes.
This is my thing.
And you're not wasting my time with, like, some big elaborate story to try to, like, get the juice. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
going
I
to
hate-
change my ways. This is the last
I'm
time I'm
out.
gonna do
You're
this.
not going to. What happened? I'm out here. My daughter got locked up. I'm trying to get bail money. And then you got to listen to this big, long, elaborate story. And
You know what? I don't need to invest any of my emotions into you.
Just
Here it is.
give me the 90-second elevator pitch. And
Here it is.
Let me say yes or no.
I'm
Yeah.
stealing sewer grates. I'm selling them. I'm using the money for fentanyl. You caught me. I'm going to be back on the street, and I'm going to keep doing it. Because this is my thing. So this guy, he's 28 years old. And again, I hope he does turn his life around. I'm not
Right.
condoning this. But 28-year-old Jordan M. Hale was recently caught taking sewer grates worth thousands of dollars from the grounds of the St. Louis Public Library. The So, like the metal, like, aren't they heavy?
I thought they were really heavy.
Yeah, you'd think. Maybe that's what the magic of the fentanyl stuff.
And who is buying these?
Yeah, that's my. That is.
But is he taking them to the places where you can
Like scrap?
Yeah,
Like
scrap metal.
yards? I don't know.
I mean, that's the mystery to me.
Yeah.
Is where do you sell these? How fast does it take to unload one of these things, and who the heck is buying them?
Well, I didn't know
Police
there was a
say he
mark.
also admitted to taking memorial plaques from the Soldiers Memorial, Washington University, and the St. Louis Gateway Sports Foundation, as well as a bronze plaque from Stiefel Bank.
There's no way scrap yards are taking that stuff anyway, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, cool, this is the second MSD.
Great.
Yeah, manhole cover you've given us. Where are you getting these?
A lot of the stuff is by weight, so it could be amongst other things.
Oh, just tossed into a bin?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
The defendant is a fugitive from Georgia, wanted for burglary, and is an admitted fentanyl addict who says he does not want to stop using and plans to continue to steal to support his habit. So, prosecutors on Saturday charged him with 7 counts of stealing over $750 or more, Class D felony. Court records do not show him to be in custody, so he's out, and he's probably stealing still.
So what happens there? Well, like, oh man, with the Minority Reports kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Like straight out of the movie. If the guy is saying, "Hey, I'm going to continue to do illegal things," which may or may not put the public in harm's way, to supply an addiction that is illegal. I mean, how much can you confess for advanced crime until it becomes like an actual public harm?
Don't you have to actually do something?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if
Yeah, I think that would affect the judge's discretion, because the judge can decide the punishment. You know, that's what the parameters are for theft, for misdemeanor theft.
You mean for
It could
this
be
arrest?
For this arrest. So if he's like, he's got to go in front of a judge eventually, and they're going to say, well, he said he's going to do it again. He's not going to stop. He's like, all right, well, he is going to stop because he's going to do 90 days in the county jail. Or he could be let off. If he was, if he showed some contrition, they might be like, all right, pay a $500 fine and
he's out.
Yeah, it's just a wonder, man.
He's out. He's not in custody.
Well,
and I don't know. I'm not saying that's a
and I
good
guess the
idea.
judge was like, cool.
I don't know.
All right, free to go.
Like how should that work? How should it work? I guess is what I'm wondering. You know what I mean?
I know
If
it's
you
harder
say,
If you say, listen, if I say, hey, Rizz, I'm going to murder you today. That, you know what I mean? Like if you take that in any seriousness, that's a threat. That is illegal. Am I right?
yeah, I don't think you could threaten somebody,
Right.
somebody,
But-
physical harm.
But if you say, hey, I'm going to continue to do things to supply a legal drug habit, and these things may or may not put the public in harm's way, is that not also threatening?
What if I say, I'm going to rob a bank today, somewhere?
Right. Well, like that's what I'm saying. Like, how should this work?
God, we need the theme of Night Court, like under
Slippery,
this conversation
guys.
right now.
Slippery slope.
Slippery slope.
Slippery slope. Slippery slope. Yeah, if I say like sincere, like, hey, tomorrow I'm going to rob a bank. I'm going to tell you where.
And you're not going to tell us how.
I'm not going to tell you what time.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to do it, but I will rob a bank tomorrow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is the cost of the freedoms we have,
Well, I say freedom is not free.
What?
Cost folks like you
That
and me.
makes no sense, but that was a nice thing to say.
It's $1.05. I believe.
But yes, and everyone knows it costs $1.05. I mean, I know that it's harder than ever to get, like, 'cause I've gone through this with loved ones, like, you can't get somebody, it's just even getting them in like a 48-hour protective custody hold for like mental health stuff is virtually impossible. It's virtually impossible. If they aren't actually in the process of a crime, no matter what threats are being like spouted up into the air, it's very, very hard.
But also, I mean, it's amazing, though, the fact that this guy's like, I'm going to do it again. I have a fentanyl habit. I will continue to do it. And they let him go. That's the wild thing.
Yeah.
You can't force.
They already had him. Like, they caught him doing
I get that, but if it's a misdemeanor, it's not, you can't incarcerate. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Well, they said it was a Class D felony.
Yeah, because it's over a certain amount of value. And again, like, if he's saying, hey, I'm not, did he say, I'm going to continue to steal manhole covers? Or did he say, I'm going to continue to do something, to steal? Because then where does it end? Clearly, typically, he said he plans to continue to steal to support his habit. Right. So and typically that progresses. So what's he going to steal? Is he going to rob a McDonald's at gunpoint? And now my family's in McDonald's.
They're like, all right, hey, listen, Tom or Jordan, Tom. Jordan, hey, we'll let you go. Don't steal. Oh no, man, I'm gonna keep stealing.
Yeah.
All right, then. We'll see you.
Anything you say or do will be used against you. Isn't that like part of the Miranda rights? So, like, this guy's obviously saying what he's going to do.
Well, they caught him for the one time. Who knows?
Also, like, going back to the fentanyl habit, I mean, that scares the hell out of me. Like, you have a fentanyl habit? Like, people are overdosing so easily on that stuff. So, if you have a habit of it, like, are you suicidal in that sense? Because, up your dose, it's lethal.
Listen.
That a drug.
I'm not sure that clear of a thought process is going through.
Right.
This guy's an addict.
Man, I hope he gets the help he needs.
Yeah.
For his sake and for everybody else's.
For real.
Yeah, and the manhole covers.
Yeah, I mean, that's dangerous. I mean, we've seen cartoons enough. We know how this rolls.
If I fall in one of those, damn you, Jordan!
It's sewer grates. I'm wondering how he's getting those things
sewer grates.
Anywhere.
Oh, so he's just the grates on the road.
Yeah.
Not even like a cool manhole cover.
Sewer grates. Again, those are heavy.
Those are heavy and hard to get up, I thought.
Remember in Roger Rabbit where they had like the hole that they would throw onto the ground?
Yeah, the Acme hole.
Yeah, that thing is the best.
Hey, in other local news here, there's been a lot of talk of self-checkout lines and there's a thing at Schnucks now. Schnucks is really being hard on, 15 items or less at the self-checkout line. Like, they're policing that. And there was a gun pulled on somebody.
Right, last week.
Last week, somebody pulled a gun saying he's not getting out of the self-checkout line, even though he's got more than 15 items. That was the whole thing. Don't we have the technology to streamline this process? Even grocery stores out in Seattle are using that system where you just put stuff in a cart. Like, you put stuff in your grocery cart and it checks it out for you.
And the cart knows what you got.
And the cart knows. Well, now they're doing that here.
I mean, they got that stuff down at City Park. You walk in, you grab your whatever, and if you have the Together Credit Union card, you just walk out. It debits you or credits you, or charges you credit.
Yeah,
it's freaking amazing.
Well, yeah, that's at that Wally's. The Wally's at City Park.
The stadium.
The Magic Mart.
The Magic Mart.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Which I still don't know how that works.
I'm just saying, but it does work.
It does work.
So if it does work,
but that works at a little.
Oh sure,
thing.
We can scale all that kind of stuff. If you're talking about
Sam's has it where you scan it with your phone and you can check out right then and there on your phone.
Yeah, but you're still.
Yeah, but you don't have to go to the checkouts anymore. You just scan.
You don't have to go to the checkout anymore. So now Schnucks is doing this thing. They're trying this out. New smart shopping carts that allow customers to avoid the checkout lines have rolled out at one store so far. They're doing this at the Twin Oaks location.
Oh, nice.
That's 1393 Big Bend Road.
Yeah, Valley Park.
Yeah. Right by my old house. So these new carts use AI to automatically identify items as they're put into the basket. So, I mean, you're bagging your stuff as you shop. You bypass the checkout line. You pay through the cart. And you can do it anywhere in the store.
I'm down. I know this is going to eliminate jobs, and I don't like that, but I like the Magic Mart.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the technology.
Do you think, what are the inaccuracies? Because there are always something. It's not foolproof.
Well, if you see the carts, you could see there's like a little screen.
And it'll start adding up.
Yeah, so when you put your thing in the cart, it'll show,
That's cool as hell.
You got, diarrhea medicine.
And then I'm taking it out, and it subtracts it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to start rolling. I guess they're going to start rolling it out in the next couple of weeks at the Lindenwood location on Capitol Drive in St. Charles, the Cottleville Schnucks on Mid Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters. So they said it's in the early stages.
Man, you know what's going to suck is people that don't return the carts. These things are going to go defunct in like a matter of weeks.
How will we ruin this?
How will we ruin this? A rainstorm will happen and the computer will glitch. Yeah.
How can we make this not work?
We'll find a way.
We'll find a way.
Life finds a way.
I think it's cool, though.
Me too.
It's interesting.
It sounds cool.
What could go wrong?
What about alcohol? Because, at self-checkout, if you scan tequila, which I do often, you got to have somebody come up and say, "Oh, verify your address."
I'm sure they've thought about that.
All right.
It's got a little thing there. If my son tries to get tequila, he'll be like, "Nah, cuh."
No, cuh.
Yeah, no, you got to speak that language.
Yeah, no,
nah,
I don't think so, cuh.
No, cuh. Sorry, cuh.
Yeah, what's the robot's name?
Dead
Ollie
ass.
or whatever.
Dead ass. Dead ass, cuh. No tequila for you.
No tequila, no cap.
Oh, how will that work with produce? Things like that are sold by weight. Good question, Matt. I have no idea.
We have no idea. We're not Schnucks AI. I wish we were.
Well, Schnucks doesn't do it by the pound, right?
Yeah.
What?
Bananas. When you buy bananas.
Buy bananas.
Okay. I couldn't remember if their produce was you pay for each little thing.
No, they
Okay,
weigh
little
stuff.
bundle.
I don't know. Is there a little scale maybe on the
I hope so.
on the cart?
I look forward
Great
to it.
question, Matt. Don't know. Didn't think about
That'd be a
that.
great way to see how much we weigh.
I'm sure they got that all factored in.
I went to World Market in the Valley and then Eat Well on Sunday, and there was nobody in the lanes to check me out, and so I went to the self-checkout, and I had more than 10 items, and I got reprimanded. They
What?
were like, I'll check you out over here. And I was
They
like,
really?
yeah. And I was like, well, nobody was over there.
Yeah, well, take
so
your time.
Take your time. I'm just trying to get
No
home.
kidding. They did, and there was nobody there, huh?
Yeah, there was nobody there.
Oh.
Where was this at?
That was
Eat Well.
And I love Eat Well.
Eat Well by Schnucks.
No judge, but I'm just saying.
I'm judging.
Just one of my.
Suck it, eat well.
It's a nice store.
It is a nice store.
Well, it doesn't sound very nice. It's yelling at people.
Great salmon.
So now we got possibly rolling out here in the area at just maybe at Schnucks, the AI shopping carts. Even if we haven't cured cancer, you'd think we could have at least found a way to make fitted sheets easier to fold. Am I right?
Please, yes, God. Mine look like crap.
Yeah, or to improve the audio quality of fast food drive-through speakers.
Right.
We're still doing,
Or security camera footage. We literally have Saturn's rings
Yeah.
looking
In high
beautiful,
def.
That
in
is
high
the
def.
best.
It's
Yeah.
a million miles away, and yet bank footage of robbers looks like crap.
Yeah. It looks like a wrestler from a Sega Genesis game.
Right.
Still an 8-bit.
Yeah, wild. So people on social media are talking about the minor but frustrating everyday struggles that they still encounter that we probably should have solved by now. Again, we have the technology. Like the staticky, repetitive, tuneless music that you're forced to listen to when you're on hold. That has not been improved since the 1980s.
You know what they should do? They should put stand-up comedy, like clean stand-up comedy, on hold lines.
I don't even think it should be clean.
Or whatever, depending on who you're calling. I would rather listen to like Jerry Seinfeld or Jim Gaffigan as I'm on hold rather than the crap music that they play.
I think that'd be more beneficial, actually, to the people taking the calls.
Yeah, because we'd be in a good mood.
You'd be in a better mood. You'd be in a better mood for sure.
And give the comedians royalties and all that good stuff.
Maybe. That could also be like infuriating if you're mad. And someone's like, Hot Pocket. You're on hold. Like, should I eat this Hot Pocket or not eat this Hot Pocket?
I'm going to lose
like,
it.
I'm going to kill you.
Or, finally when you get through, it cuts off the bit in the middle and you don't get the end.
Oh, you just picked up, and
Lern,
I
I
had
don't
to
think
listen
that's
to that
gonna
whole
work.
story
All
with no
right,
punchline.
I don't think that's going to work.
Bad idea.
Shopping carts with wheels that easily break, get stuck, or fall out of alignment. It's a cart. Even if they're out in the elements, they should be durable enough that they could fulfill their purpose. Like still, you go to the grocery store and get in a cart with a wonky wheel. Now, cart, you don't think about it?
It's not as bad as it used to be.
Nah.
No, it's not as bad as it used to be.
Yeah. It has improved.
Yes, it has improved.
And I think some stores have gotten smarter because I guess not.
Here was a good one that kind of caught my eye. TV remotes and appliances with text printed on the buttons that will wear off with use over time.
Yeah, you need to update your button machine over there too with your psycho handwriting.
So you just have to remember what they. Oh, here.
Yeah.
That's in Sharpie.
I know, but it's gone, man.
I know, but I know where things are.
I should Can you take a photo of that and send it to me so these people can see what we see? Because I'd like to tweet that out, actually.
That's part of his secret.
Oh.
That's like showing up. Showing the batter.
People want to know how the sausage is made?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Showing the batter of your hands.
I think it's interesting.
No way.
But honestly, like, if any of us are board hopping when you're not here, like when I've run Do It Bitch and I've tried to look at that, I go, I don't know what any of this is.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't touch this.
What?
It's by design, no?
You have to be trained.
I am trained.
You don't have your license.
I know how to do that.
You don't have your license. No, you know what I'm saying? Those, on a TV remote, you press it so many times that what it does wears off.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We haven't figured that out yet. The plastic fasteners that hold new socks together.
Dumb.
And you know what I'm talking about? It's the plastic piece that goes through both socks.
And keeps them aligned.
Yeah. Keeps them aligned, and maybe sometimes it even got a little hook to when they're hanging up in the store.
Unnecessary. Just do what we all do and just fold the tops of the socks down and sell them that way, because that's how they're going to live.
Now, if you don't have a knife or a scissor, it could be pretty difficult removing those things without damaging the socks.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have like a pair of socks that you never want to go out, you don't do the fold over because that wears them out faster.
Who wants to keep socks for too long?
Oh, dude, I've had a pair of socks or two where I'm like, these are the greatest socks of all time.
I got burnout holes in every bottoms of my socks. I got to update them like a year, dude. Like I'm dragging foot all year long.
I got this one pair of winter socks. I hope I'm buried in them. Like they're
you
lifers.
Throw out your socks
they're
once
the best
they're
socks
that big?
ever.
Yeah.
Oh, you purge your socks.
Yeah, the purge happens every December. I'm not kidding. I just bought these new socks, my compression socks. And like it's literally only a matter of time until these things are burnt.
Yeah, Granny, they'll be gone. They're already getting a little thin on the heel. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And they're hanging.
Kind of smells like feet in here now.
I'm sorry.
I have so many socks because I go through. Yesterday I went through 3 pair. I'm not kidding. Like,
Well, you're a psycho.
Hey man, keep your feet dry, keep them clean. Like did
His
Forrest
feet
Gump
sweat
teach you
that
nothing?
much.
You got sweaty feet.
No,
Hey,
they're not sweaty feet.
You need foot tucks.
No, they're
Do your
not
feet
sweaty.
smell, Moon?
No,
Botox.
You need some help with your
that's
feet.
why. Because I take care of my freaking feet and my shoes.
Smell your foot right now and see if it
Yeah, let's
smells.
see it.
All right,
Let's
bro.
see.
I don't want to get too far off topic.
I
here,
can't get
guys.
it anywhere near me, but my shoes smell like gosh dang cologne.
Like they're new.
These are 4 years old. I mean, that's a hot foot right there.
It smells a little footish.
How the hell would you know? You can't
came
even
right off the thing.
smell
You can't
anything
smell
right
anything.
I know, I'm sick. All right, back
now. You got new COVID or whatever.
Damn 80-degree day, and you just stuck your nose in my shoe, didn't throw up. I'd say that's a good sign.
Win. That's a win. Hey, Amanda brings up a great one. Bacon packaging.
Don't look at me.
We're still peeling off the side. How come bacon packaging are not in resealable bags?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a dumb.
Interesting.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
great call.
when you buy scissors. I think that's an episode of Curb, but like scissors are always in the packaging. You have to have scissors to open.
Yeah.
Like that. Same thing. Steak knives come in. Like that.
The blister
plastic
packs.
on plastic that's just been arc welded by the whatever they close the Ark of the Covenant with. You can't get those open, dude. I don't care what. You can't open it with your teeth. Nothing. You have to have a knife.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing with my iced coffee. That I buy a Stoke iced coffee, and they put on the rim of the top. It doesn't even have a thing to pull the thing back off. So I always have to get a knife and cut it around it. I can never get it off.
Why doesn't cereal packaging have zip tops?
Right.
Why?
Cheap.
Yeah, it's cheaper to press it closed.
No, I know. I mean, how much more is it going to be?
Why?
I guess enough.
We need to rise up
Why would they? Why
and
would
say no.
Why would Post or Kellogg want to cut into their profits just to make Rizz
You know what?
happy?
We
It ain't
need
broke?
to all say collectively no.
And have you seen wax paper bag or those wax bags with any zipper on it, or what do you call that? The zip thing.
The little resealable.
Okay.
And cereal, mainly the waxy ones.
Like the actual sheets of wax.
Well, you know how it comes kind of in a waxier bag than your bacon will come in just straight up plastic. Isn't it kind of
Yeah.
waxier with cereal?
I guess so. Like
I bet you it's just a cost
parchment.
thing.
You ever buy hard taco shells?
Yeah. Hate
They
'em.
don't come in resealable bags.
No,
I
they
know.
come in those cheap ones.
The cheap ones, like they're shrink wrapped,
Yeah.
and you need to consume immediately.
And even the boxes they come in are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
They feel flimsy. We had tacos 2 days ago.
I hate hard shell tacos.
Dude, I
Me
do
too.
too, because they're so, I mean, it has to be perfect or it ain't worth it.
Right. And it always breaks and it's never good.
I agree.
Just stop producing them. Everybody, if you want a hard shell, take a soft shell and make it hard.
Yeah, but it's gonna, well, you rub it and then
Yeah, you rub
it's
it,
hard.
make it hard, and then you eat that.
Talk dirty to it.
Yeah.
No, I do every once in a while enjoy the hard taco shell.
I like the crunch, but I hate
I
the
like
mess.
the crunch,
Just
but
put some Doritos
but
in
I
your
put it
taco.
in a soft shell taco.
There you go. Exactly.
See, now maybe I should do that.
double bagging
Because you
it.
want the crunch, but you don't want the mess.
Right. I put the hard shell in the soft shell.
I'm going to do that next time. I don't know why I've been holding on.
May I
such
recommend
keenness.
maybe a layer of refried beans to hold?
And put the beans there. Oh,
To
yeah.
hold
And that will create more room in the shell for more goods.
to hold the shell onto the soft shell, the hard shell on the soft shell, a glue layer
Well,
of refried beans.
that's what I do with the refried beans. Is I put it on the bottom layer of the taco so I can press everything into it so fewer things fall out. That's the glue. That's just a paste. That's like it's edible
Yeah.
kindergarten paste.
Right.
Yeah, Andrew's got a good point here. Cereal companies do have a vested interest in your cereal going stale as quickly as possible.
Yeah, good
And I like
call.
to outsmart them by eating it anyway.
Well,
You know-
and therein lies the genius of grape nuts.
Yep.
It will-
You've had that for 2 years over
It'll
there.
last forever.
Right.
No one will ever eat it.
Exactly.
First of all,
One box will last you a lifetime.
that's not okay. I would have eaten these if I had had enough milk.
My grandma had a box of Raisin Bran through the 90s. I swear to God, it lasted 10 years. And every time I would just give up on life, I'd go in there and take some of it. And it tasted
Still crunchy.
From 91 to 99, it tasted
Still
the exact
crispy.
same.
This happened the other day, and again, these are minor but frustrating everyday struggles that should have been solved by now. Having to use a keyboard on a TV screen to enter your email address and password by using the arrows and selecting
Yes.
each letter individually.
Yeah.
So dumb.
I actually said out loud, "Oh, I guess we're still doing this. we're still doing it this way."
What would you prefer, to have an actual keyboard? Like one like our computers have? And
Just
that is hooked up
something.
to your television?
I don't know. I did not watch television last night as I went to bed because it said, "Hey, something's wrong with your network. Put the password back in." I went, "Nah,
Nah, I'm going to
done.
bed."
Never mind."
Yeah, with the arrow. You're gonna
Yeah,
beep,
I went,
beep,
"No,
beep,
I don't
yeah.
want to do this."
C. Oh, damn! What? Too many T's. I'm gonna find where the
Yeah, mine is,
delete is.
I love Rizzuto. It's too many letters.
That's your password.
Yeah.
No, it's chunky donut.
Chunky donut at
lover.
outlook.com.
Somebody said, "Why can't all power cords and everything that needs to be plugged in, from toasters to lamps to coffee makers to fans, all be retractable?"
Yeah. Good
That's
idea.
a great idea.
You need a retractable cable on your lamp.
Yeah.
You know, because you unplug them all the time.
Yeah.
When I'm not
What do you?
using
What?
When I'm not using my lamp.
Dude, we do have we go through vacuum cleaners. You know, it's a house with a ton of people, so we're vacuuming a lot. It's probably every other day the vacuum is being used somewhere. So we go through a few of them, and I tell you what, man, this last vacuum, it's a good one. Well, I love it. Until you vacuum and you go, what? This doesn't have a retractable cable?
Yeah.
What are we in the 70s?
Yeah.
Every single time
What
I'm
is
wrapping
this?
it, going, I feel like I'm playing a game. What am I doing
I don't
here?
even want a cord on my vacuum. I want a cordless vacuum that doesn't cost $8,000 and won't lose charge through my house. That's what I want.
We went back to a corded one.
Did you?
Yeah, and
Old
it's
school.
amazing.
Old school.
The difference.
More power.
You forgot how good the corded ones are, but yeah, it's worth going back to them.
Is
A
yours
lot of
retractable?
suction, man.
Dude, is there any
Heck no.
more gratifying thing than just sucking up like a ton of pet hair and dust?
Yeah.
It is so
Yeah,
good.
especially
on
with
your
the vacuum.
stairs.
Oh, yeah. I got the Roomba.
Yeah,
You would.
that's fine.
Yeah, but the
I
Roomba
do, and I
doesn't-
love it.
And they're like, all right.
Yeah, the problem at your corded vacuum cleaner, Scott, is not mapping your house for terrorists like my
True.
Roomba is.
I didn't
So,
think
nah.
about that. I feel bad. Well, I just send it over to him.
Oh, you just mentioned your grandma. What was your grandma's name?
Imogene.
Imogene, which is an old person's name.
Yeah.
Not many.
She was quintessential old lady.
not many Imogenes.
And not Imogen, Imogene. We called her Imo.
It was IMO
Gene. Imogene.
Imogene.
She gave herself her middle name, Violet. Imogene Violet Colvin. She was a cool lady.
And I mean, your real name is Lauren.
Yes.
Is that an old lady name?
You know what? I remember thinking I think it's a little girl's name. I remember being a little kid and thinking, I'm not going to be able to grow into this. Lauren Leslie. What?
Is Scott an old person's name?
No, it's a young person's name.
But to a young person, is Scott an old person's name?
Scott's just a
It's like a
just a syllable.
yeah. It's a
That's
strange
that's-
name.
That's applicable
I don't know.
anywhere
It's a name.
at any time.
It doesn't apply to any age.
Nah.
I don't know. There's a mom on TikTok. Her name is Amber, and she's going viral after her daughter told her that Amber is an old person's name.
Amber.
What's her middle name?
And the mom said it just dawned on her that names like Erica and Amanda are old people names now. Here she is talking about it.
My daughter told me the name Ashley or Amanda or my name is Amber are old people names, and I never thought about it this way, but she's like, yeah, my teachers' names are Miss Erica, Miss Samantha, whereas young people names, like my daughter is Scarlett, there's Charlottes, there's Olivia, there's Penelopes, there's Isabellas, there's Bellas, there's Ellas. Those are young people names. For me, Ashley is always going to be like my friend from elementary, so it just seems like a kid name to me, but it's not. Ashley, Amanda, Amber, all of these names are basically the new Margaret or Barbara.
Yeah, what are old person's names?
Yeah,
Betty.
Wow.
Yep.
Took a
Betty,
while to figure
Gail.
that out.
Gail.
Yeah,
Madge.
there hasn't been a fresh Amanda since 1992. Like that was like early 80s. Like every other kid was named.
When's the last
Amanda.
time you met a kid named Scott? Been a while.
Yeah, it's
brother.
been a
Yeah,
long
it's been a
time.
long
Richard.
Okay, so I got the most common names for seniors. So these are for people 62 and older, for men and
Okay.
women. What are the most common senior names?
John.
Bill.
John is number
Yeah.
3.
Harry,
Richard.
Yeah.
Richard's number 5. You said Harry.
Charles.
William or Bill.
But Charles still works. Charles is a big
number
kid's
4.
name still.
Wait, which is for Charles or Bill?
At a time, guys.
One at a time, fellas. All right, so John, somebody said John. That's the third most common name among men, seniors. Bill or William, number 4.
Right.
Richard or Dick is number 5.
Steve.
No Steve.
Ronald.
Really? No Steve.
Wow.
No Ronald.
George.
No George.
Donald.
Number 10, or Don.
Oscar.
These are old people names.
Ralph.
Marvin.
Marvin, no. You guys are missing some. I mean,
Martin.
these are
James.
huge names.
Thomas.
James.
Christopher.
James number 2.
So Timothy.
Christopher did not make the top 10.
Michael.
Roger.
Michael's number 8.
Let's see.
Man,
Roger?
you're missing.
Alan.
Lewis.
Lewis, no. You're missing 1, 6, 7, and 9.
Harry.
Sam.
Benjamin.
Harry, no.
Sam.
No.
Edward.
No.
Oh, that's a great dude.
Didn't make the top 10. Surprising.
Eddie.
No Eds up
No
there?
Eds.
No Edward or Ed.
Gary.
Good job, guys.
Fred.
Gary, no. Gary,
Fred.
The
no.
name Gary.
Bill wasn't number 1.
Oh my God.
Bill was number 4.
Harry.
No.
Oh.
Number 1 is a huge one.
I'm going through the
Obviously.
alphabet.
Dude.
Ned.
No.
Nick.
I'll give you number 6 is David.
Okay.
Oh.
Philip.
No. Number
Larry.
7. Number 7 is
Tom.
Mark.
Tom is number 7.
I said Tom.
Mark.
Nick.
No, you didn't.
Matthew.
I did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, please apologize.
You're missing 1 and 9.
Ryan.
No.
John. Joshua. Josh.
No.
No, that's
Greg.
80s, 70s, 80s.
Rick.
No.
I already said Richard.
Can you give us the letter?
Yeah, give us the letter first.
R.
Ralph.
Roger.
Ralph.
Ron.
No.
Reginald.
No.
Rem.
Robert.
Robert. Yes, of course. Good
said
old
Bob?
Robbie's.
I didn't hear Bob. Who said Bob?
I said Bob.
You know, when you shout everything out at once.
First of
right.
all, anybody that's going by Robert would say that Bob is different, and anybody that's going by Bob
It's not, though.
would
I
say
love
that
a
Robert's
Bobby.
different.
Bob
Bobby's
is
the
Robert.
coolest
Yeah,
of all
you,
the
you know
Roberts.
they can get real defensive about that.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And number 9 was Charlie or Charles.
Yeah, he said Charles.
Chuck.
See what happens when you schmucks all yell out?
Yeah, fun.
excited. I did it when
it was
fun
quiet,
happens.
too.
Said one at a time.
Fun
Thank you, Ray.
happens.
Get a pass.
Tried to be.
I tried.
Tried
For
to be-
once, I tried to be the voice of reason. See what happens?
All
I'll
right,
never
how
do it
about
again.
ladies? How about ladies? Ladies, one at a time.
Evelyn.
No.
Seniors. Okay, let's
Seniors.
let's-
8.
Sarah.
Susan. Susan's on
Susan, number 8.
Mary.
there. Yeah, baby.
Mary's number 1.
Thank you.
Mary's the number
Mary.
1 most common
Mary.
name among seniors.
That makes sense. Linda.
Linda's number 2.
Judy.
Linda is number 2.
Ain't no baby's name.
Barbara's
Linda,
number
dude.
4.
Yeah, Linda is the Amanda.
Yeah.
You ain't
I
never
guess
met
Karen
a baby Linda.
Of
Not
the
in your
generation
life.
before.
No, Karen.
You meet a baby Linda, something's up with that baby.
Hell yeah.
Look closely. That's an alien.
You say Donna yet?
Baby Linda.
Yeah, who is just
This is my daughter, Linda.
yeah, who is just sent down who thinks that Linda's still a popular name for babies.
I think that's cute.
Linda.
Would you say, Scott?
Linda just missed being Karen by like a frog hair.
Would you say before?
Donna?
No.
Ethel.
Ethel, no.
Dolores.
Dorothy.
Emily.
No.
Was Margaret considered a form of Mary?
No, I think Margaret's her own thing.
Okay.
Isn't Margaret a Marge or a Maggie?
Eleanor.
No.
Those are baby names now.
Yeah.
It's all cyclical. All the old people names we think are old
Think
are
of
baby
common.
names
Think
now.
of common.
Betty's
We would think common.
not on there?
No. Betty's. I'm sorry. Betty's number 9.
Jessica.
Ruth.
Nope.
Ruth is a good one.
Patricia's
That's
number 3.
babies now.
Patty.
Patty.
Patricia.
Patty.
Patty.
Dante.
Carol.
Carol.
5.
Carol.
Nancy.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
Nancy. Sandra.
So that's the boomers. This
Sandy.
is their-
Nancy.
And then
Sandy.
Shirley.
Oh, Shirley. Baby Shirley.
But don't call me Shirley.
Yeah.
My mom's name is Carolyn. Her middle name is Jill. Isn't that weird? And then the rest of her siblings were all J names.
I do have the top names over the last 100 years, like all total.
Let's hear it. Where are we? Where are we?
Like what? So the top male name from 1923 to 2022.
James.
Michael.
James. There are 4,625,363 Jameses.
Hey, I know a James.
Like so, Scott is number 39. There are 770,000 of us.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot. We need to hang out together.
770,000 Scots.
That's a lot.
Let's go with Matthew.
Matthew's number 13. 1,620,000. Matthews.
Show me Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Number 15.
Show me John.
Yeah, John. Everywhere.
John's number 3. There
Show
are
me-
over 4.3 million Johns.
Show me Timothy.
Timothy's number 25.
Show me
1.
Thomas.
Wow.
1.074 Timothy's. Thomas, number 9.
Robert.
2.134 million Thomases.
I'm just thinking of all the
Robert, number 2.
biblical names.
I feel like I've met more Matts in my life.
Matthew, number 13.
Williams.
Yes.
There's Steve has to be up there.
Williams, number 6.
Rafe
No,
Williams.
it did break it down like by, also you could break it down by decade. So Rafe and I are children of the 70s.
Uh-huh.
Michael, Christopher, Jason, David, James, John, Robert, Brian, William, and Matthew are the top 10 names.
Okay.
Hey, give it up for Eric, by the way, number 14.
Good job.
Eric with a
Eric.
C?
In the 1970s.
Eric had a
I
solid
had a lot of
one.
Erics
Oh,
in my
yeah.
class.
Oh, yeah. Every soccer team had 3.
Let's see, in the 80s.
Yeah,
You guys
Eric.
from
Man,
us,
that was a burst.
Yeah.
In the 80s, Michael, Christopher, Matthew, Joshua, David, James, Daniel, Robert, John, Joseph.
Yeah, a lot of Joshes.
Every soccer team had John, Josh's, and Eric's, and Kevin's.
Tyler's too.
And
Joshua is
Matthew's.
such a cool name.
Holy
One
cow!
Tyler.
I think I legitimately just fielded the entire soccer team from elementary school. Kevin, Matthew, Josh, John, Ed, and
Like in 1980s, Kevin was
Eric's.
number 23 on the list. Top women names for the past 100 years. Mary, Patricia, Jennifer, Linda, Elizabeth, Barbara, Susan, Jessica, Sarah, Karen.
Ashley.
986,000 Karens around. We should apologize to every single one of them.
the 70s and 80s really threw the Jessica name up the ranking. I don't feel like that was the 40s and 50s.
Because Jessica,
I feel like there were a lot of Catherines. Kathys.
Katie's in the
let me see,
80s.
Jessica. Jessica is the 8th most common female name in the past 100 years.
Holy cow!
Yeah, number 8.
It's me.
It's
Jessica.
Jessica.
His best role.
The hot chick. That is
Yeah.
the best.
Maybe his second best role, Deuce Bigelow.
Thatcher did not make it. Thatcher didn't make the top 100.
No,
Eugene's number 100, by the way.
Gino's.
Yeah.
Eugene.
I love Eugene.
I was giving up for number 72, Carl.
Imogene.
Carls are cool too.
Carl with a C.
Oh, Imogene?
Coral.
Did not make the top 100.
Yeah.
Apologies to Grandma Imogene. Didn't make it. But yeah, do you think you have an old person name? Yeah, there are no young Scotts anymore.
Yeah.
Who's naming their kid Scott now?
Nobody.
Nobody.
It'll come back around, man.
Has to be such a huge weighted decision to name your kids.
Oh yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah.
There was a little, everything's cyclical, dude. We even went through like a small period where everyone was giving their kids stripper names, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was like the early aughts. A lot of Anastasias.
Candy.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like,
Mercedes.
What are the fake strip clubs going to be like in 20 years? It's going to be like,
going to be back to
stage 5. It's Beatrice.
Yeah, Jessica.
Give it up for Mildred. And it's just like, it's going to be wild because we've used all the stripper names on kids. And then
Porsche.
now we've come back around. Yeah, there's a lot of Mercedes and Skylers and like the ton of that stuff.
Yeah.
Those are going to be old people names one day. There's going to be Meemaw Mercedes up in the
But
nursing home
Mercedes
one day.
was an old person name.
I don't think so.
What? Like,
I never met anyone named Mercedes in my life.
Maybe not maybe not in
The
the
actress
US.
Mercedes Rule.
But there's like,
Okay, how old is she?
there's all sorts of classic literature characters.
I'm in her 60s.
Named Mercedes.
I have a girlfriend named Mercedes. I used to babysit her, and she's older now, but I called her Mert. She's cool.
Wouldn't you think when we were kids the name Olivia was an old person's name?
Oh yeah,
It was.
Oh, man.
Henry. There's a ton of little Henrys running around and Olivias.
name.
And
Henry's a great name. Hank.
Hank.
Love that.
I know.
Hank is incredible.
Young Hank.
No,
I wanted to be Olivia, so everybody could call me Liv because Liv Tyler was so cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. No, naming your kid is it's a thing. And we when the boy was born, we didn't tell anybody his name until he was born.
Was that a family name? Or a...
The boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a family name.
Nice.
The boy.
The boy.
My daughter's middle name, my second daughter's middle name was pulled out of a hat.
That's cool.
That's a weird name.
We couldn't we couldn't decide. So we each put the name that we wanted, put it in a hat, and I drew. Then I lost. No big
No,
deal.
it was we chose not to tell anybody the kid's name before because we knew they'd be arguing.
Yeah.
Wow, everyone would argue in your family about it?
Yeah, like
Why would they think they get a say?
Yeah.
because everybody thinks they
'Cause
get a
the
say.
mothers.
Everybody's got an opinion. It's not even the mothers. It's our periphery friends, whatever. Everybody. That's one of those things where I've been a party to it. Where, hey, did you hear what Moon and Mallory are naming their kid? Idiots.
So silly. Well, even for me, like I didn't know if I was going to have kids or not, and obviously I don't have kids, but I have names picked out for my kids if I ever wanted to have them, just as like a daydream, you know.
Dude, I knew a dude that had that. He had a girl name and a boy name picked out since high school. Like he was determined.
It's so sweet.
And, yeah, it was until he told a few people, and suddenly one of them stole it. And
I know, man.
I swear to goodness, he doesn't have kids these days because he was so
broken.
Mine
pissed.
are sacred.
He
Yeah,
was
I won't tell
pissed.
many people about
He's
it.
like, I can't believe I told everybody. This is a name that no one was using.
Yeah.
Still, and one of our friends just up and took it, and he was mad. He's still mad.
Sure, I get it.
Guarantee it.
I
He's-
get
Why
it.
didn't you just name the kid that too?
He's gonna.
Why
He
couldn't
didn't
he-
have kids.
Yeah, why? I mean,
He wanted them to be distinctive. I
I'm
get
telling you.
was it a weird name?
To this day, I think he didn't have kids because this guy stole his kids.
Was it a weird name? Or was
Kinda,
it like
yeah.
John.
Now, if I say it, everyone's going to know who I'm talking about, so I can't say it, but it's weird enough. It's this.
Oh, yes, write it down.
Don't say that,
Oh
please.
no, yeah, okay.
Oh, Pepe's a cool name.
That's not
Oh,
uncommon.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Cool name.
Yeah, it is. First of all,
Hey, write it bigger.
he said it. He said this 20 years ago, and 12 years ago, kids.
Yeah, you don't want to call him that. I get it. All right, so for those of us, with kids, even those without kids, and I'll ask the people that have not had, Rafe, your kid has grown up. Lern, you don't have any kids.
I don't have any kids.
Scott, you don't have any kids
Nope.
yet. How much do you think for a fallen out tooth?
Falling out too?
Oh, it's gone up a lot.
How much money?
My nieces get paid handsomely.
Talked $5.80.
For
$5.
How much would you give your kid?
well, the tooth fairy decides it.
How much would the tooth fairy give?
Well,
Exchange rate on a molars.
Well, the last friend I had who had a
Crazy
tooth
right
fairy
now.
show up, I mean, I think it was $10.
$10 per tooth.
Yeah, per tooth.
I want to know where everyone's middle name came from, but we'll get to that another day, I guess. I was really interested in that.
Oh, middle name?
Ours?
Yeah.
Mine came from my foster family. One of my foster families.
What's your middle name?
Taylor.
Really?
Yep.
Swifty.
Mine's Daniel.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh, Daniel.
Dan.
Where'd that come from?
An uncle.
Uncle Daniel.
Yep.
Uncle Dan.
Uncle Dan.
He pulled his finger
Uncle
for
Dan
sure.
Scatillo, which that's where my
Scatillo.
first name came from.
Danny Scatillo.
Hey, I'm Danny Scatillo.
That's where
Don't
Scott
worry about
came
it.
from.
New York King of Copper.
Old Danny Scatillo.
That's cool.
That's where Scott came from. They didn't want to have two Dans, so they named me
Okay.
after his last name.
Makes sense.
I was fostered by a family called the Taylors, and I was just known as Baby Taylor,
Aw.
which is funny because I have a guitar that's called Baby
Bete.
Taylor.
That's cool.
Bete.
Baby Taylor.
Bete.
You have a middle name?
Mine's Leslie, and that was my mom's maiden name. Her name was Betty Leslie.
Scott?
It's Andrew. So mine sounds like a gay couple. Scott and Drew.
Scott and
Yeah,
Nice.
which I like.
Scott
kinda
and
nice.
Drew.
Yeah. my gay partner, Drew.
You have a middle name?
Yeah. Dean.
Oh, that's right.
Rafe Dean.
Dean. I was born on the day James Dean died, and the nurse who helped deliver me, his last name was Dean. So that was their logic.
You have a great name, Rafe. Rafe Dean Williams. That's like a kick somebody's ass.
Yeah.
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 I just
Strong
might.
name.
Or heck of a figure skater.
I thought James Dean.
Yeah.
Oh, the date. Like the date.
date.
Like the date. I was like, I thought James Dean died in the 60s.
He did. It was on September 30th.
Yeah. All right, back to Tooth Fairy.
Somehow my mom knew that.
Back to the Tooth Fairy. And the Tooth Fairy has pretty good job security, but that doesn't mean there isn't a risk of a pay cut. For the first time in 5 years, the value of a single tooth lost has declined.
Whoa.
So Delta Dental puts out their annual Tooth Fairy poll, and they just put it out last week. And they found the national average is now $584 per tooth, and Rafe was pretty damn close with $580. That's down 39 cents from $623 last year, which was an all-time high. Current price is still up nearly $2 from 4 years ago, pre-pandemic. But kids in the West get the biggest payouts for their teeth, $854 per tooth.
Right on.
Kids in the Northeast are next at $687, then the South at $551, and the Midwest, here we are, the lowest, just $363 a tooth.
Well, she's working overtime, guys.
Yeah, that's
You know?
weird because the Midwest has like all the money.
You have all the meth, too, so there's like,
Oh,
you know, it's a supply and demand situation. A lot of teeth falling out
That's
in
fairy
the Midwest.
dust, Rafe.
Yeah,
Very common.
yeah, even teeth are not supposed to be falling out.
Yeah, a lot of teeth coming out in the Midwest, so.
Yeah, a lot of those adult teeth coming out. Yeah, the Tooth Fairy's working overtime here. But even with the 1 year decline, the overall trend is strong. Over the past 26 years, the average Tooth Fairy payout has surged 349%, from $1.30 to $584 per tooth. So 26 years ago, $1.30 per tooth. Were you getting change when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. It was a quarter. Actually, I had a pillow it was like a small pillow that I think one of my grandmothers, sewed or something for me. Had my name, had like this little like design, some 80s clowns on it or something, a balloon, and it had like a little pocket. And you put the tooth in the pocket. And guess what fits in there?
Oh,
A quarter.
shiny coin.
I got a quarter per tooth.
I remember those.
Yeah, man.
We had one of those.
Mouthful
something
of quarters.
Do you
So-
get dollars or cents when you lost
I got
teeth?
cents. Tooth Fairy gave me, because she's got that cool bag she brings all the cash and the change with. So, yeah, I got probably like $4.50. I don't know. $1.50, whatever it was in
Just
the
a
90s.
handful of nickels.
Also, I lost my teeth late. So I was like in 8th grade.
30? Oh.
I was like 8th grade, and I remember I had like two of my side front teeth were out. So my 8th grade
How old
picture.
were you?
I was like 14.
You
Still
had
loose.
baby teeth when you were 14?
No, they fell out like before I was, like 13.
What?
I'll bring in a
Dude,
photo.
I want to see those photos
Yeah,
with
it's
your
like
little
damn
chiclet baby
ridiculous.
teeth when you're that
You
old.
had baby teeth like past 7?
Yeah, like 12, 13. It's a freaking nightmare. And my two people know I got big teeth, but like
Dude, I can't stop thinking about what you look like. Just
look
like
like crap.
12. Like an emo girl turns around and is like, or like little baby chicklet
Tiny
teeth.
teeth.
I'm like,
It was like my two front teeth were huge and like awkwardly
who's this
split.
freaking cool girl and emo goth chick in front of us at the mall? And you turn around and you're like,
Awful.
that's hilarious. I demand photos.
I will dig some up.
Oh my God,
great.
that's funny.
I
So you
don't
had
know.
like toothless photos when you were in like 8th grade?
My
Or did
well,
it-
no, my
'cause it takes time to grow in, right?
I had a terrible perm in my 8th grade photo, and you can see my two like canine teeth or whatever were gone, dude. And it was just
So things were going well.
things were. And I just moved to Columbia, and people were making fun of me. I mean, it was
You
a
and your little
freaking
baby teeth.
nightmare.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's
Baby teeth and perm.
no one like everyone's got that little kid picture where it's cute, like their two fronts are missing. They're like, but she was like 14 years old
Yeah.
when she has that.
What's wrong with this kid?
I'm gonna find that.
She's got weird dental arches. I don't know what's going on there.
I got
Oh my gosh, that's
a
funny.
late bloomer, you guys.
Yeah, I like to see it. All right, let's take a break. But first, all right, that's brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, St. Louis's home for blues hockey. From Edwardsville, Illinois, Kellen Weiss is our
Edwardsville.
Kellen is a devout Rizz evangelist and has listened to the show every day from all over the Midwest. He loves the camaraderie between the guys and loves starting his day off with the Rizz Show. One of his fondest memories is meeting Jeff at a Rizz Show event. He's looking forward to attending more of them since he's moved back to St. Louis last year.
Good.
For Kellen, listening to the show is like being with friends, having a conversation. The bickering, the inside jokes, and insults always keep him tuned in and laughing every morning. Insults. We're always nice to each other. Moon walked in with a lunch bag this morning. I immediately started making fun of him.
Why? What's
Tearing me down. It was great.
I had like a red lunch bag.
It's prepared.
Yeah.
Is your
Look
show
at your
snack?
lunch bag.
I just wanted. I was looking around. I was like, man, I'm sick of, because you guys always see me. I come in with an orange and a tangerine and an apple or whatever in my pockets, and I always have to empty my pockets.
Well, I said, why don't you get a purse, Nancy?
That is what you said. I said, but this is my purse.
Transporting is food. Like everybody has the lunch
Yeah,
bag.
my purse has protein and fruit in it.
It's pretty.
And this, by the way, coming from somebody who does carry a lunch bag
I
as
was
well.
gonna say.
That's teal colored. Oh, yeah, I could say it.
I pointed that out.
Kellen Weiss from Edwardsville is our Teamers Remember the Day. Get super sweet Teamers Remember the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we will take our first break of the morning. It's the Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. Bless you.
Thanks.
Up after the break, news. And there is one school district in the area that is seriously considering a 4-day school week.
Tight.
Yeah. Like, seriously considering it. I'll let you know where that is. It's 7:06. It is Tuesday. First look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in those NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We have a right-hand shoulder block due to a crash 55 northbound just before Butler Hill Road. Your point forecast. Windy today. High of 83. Chance for severe storms tonight. Right now, it's 61 at the Point Studio.
So let's start off with an easy one.
Okay.
You have this incredible career with Everclear.
Right.
Made all of these records. You've had, I would think, multiple opportunities to do like a solo record, but you're going to put out a solo record for seemingly the first time in your career.
But not seemingly the first time.
The first time in your career. Why now?
Well, I mean, you know as well as I do that Everclear has been my baby from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's my thing. So as far as doing a rock band situation, I never felt really a need to do.
Archmadness.com. Archmadness.com. That is the website you are going to go to check out all the deals for March Madness coming up. Arch Madness is unbelievable, and it's the 30th consecutive year at the Enterprise Center, March 7th through Sunday, March 10th. Arch Madness is incredible. The final weeks of the Missouri Valley Conference regular season are something to keep an eye on. We got 5 teams within reach of the regular season championship and the #1 overall seed in Arch Madness. Now, don't miss out on the fantastic deals to see one of these teams earn their spot into the NCAA tournament. Some of those deals include the American Heroes package. I've mentioned this one before. It's the U.S. servicemen and women and first responders. You show an ID at the Enterprise Center box office and receive $25 for Thursday and Friday tickets, or $30 tickets for Saturday and Sunday. You can get 4 tickets per session with that. There's a Hoops Hookie package for only $35 per ticket. You got Deuces Wild. That's 2 single session tickets, 2 regular beers, 2 hot dogs, all for $120. Check out all the deals and see a team get their spot into the NCAA tournament at Arch Madness. ArchMadness.com.
It's 105.7 The Point. Donnie Fandango backstage, way back Point Fest. Goldfinger, and we got everybody. How you guys doing?
Band.
It's great to have
Woo! Thanks for having us.
Well, and welcome back to St. Louis. I know specifically people were absolutely stoked to see you guys and have you guys back here. And, you know, our buddy Moon is waving that Goldfinger flag when you guys aren't here, man.
Moon rules.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've known Moon way before Moon.
Thanks, buddy.
He's a really good man and an incredible musician, and it's an honor to have him in the band with us. Really, really incredible.
You know, and I say this, and we're going to do this. We're going to make him feel uncomfortable. We're going to talk about him right in front of him, all right? But you have access to probably thousands of musicians. Moon, we see what Moon does with Greek Fire and things. What was it about him that you wanted to bring him into Goldfinger? Obviously, he can do a lot of stuff, so I would assume that. He's a good-looking dude. There's that, too.
The first conversation I think I ever had with Moon was, would you make out with Sting? And his answer was, of course, yes,
yeah,
of course.
in an instant.
Yeah.
Can I get an autograph, too?
And we both were in agreement that we would both jerk him off. And that was actually what we were talking
That
about.
actually is
It wasn't
true.
about making out.
Yeah.
It was about...
Yeah, you had the poster above, and I was like, that's my dude, man. Him and Garth
And you
Brooks.
slept in the studio and wanked every night to
well,
Sting.
yeah, I didn't even tell you that. How did you know that?
My camera. I had my camera on you.
Man.
So I was wanking to you, wanking to him.
One question that I have is, we see you guys do these little pockets of tours here and there, and I know you guys all have day jobs in which that you do with other bands and producing and things, but why don't you guys do more? It seems like when you do, people are freaking pumped when you're playing shows and putting out a record. Is it just a matter of timing, I would assume, with all of the other projects that you have going on?
Well, I mean, look, there is a bunch of factors, including my knees are not 18 years old anymore. And we all of us, I mean, I'm probably the oldest guy in the band. I mean, our boy Nick Gross here on drums is our youngest member who's got
16.
very healthy knees, but only one testicle. And that's okay, though.
Yeah,
it's a big testicle.
It's hard. It's large and in charge.
Hey, that's good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's just good that you make use of whatever it is that you have.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
true.
saying?
It's true. It gets the job done.
And that's all that matters.
He's about to have a baby, so it works perfectly
Again,
well.
work-
Yeah, it worked great. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yesterday, I was mowing the
The
lawn.
80s yesterday, going to be in the 80s today for most of the day. Got the door to the deck open. Sat outside for a little bit. Yeah, sat outside on my deck, outside, surveying my land. And maybe you're out on your deck too, or maybe you don't have a deck, or maybe your deck is in disrepair, and your neighbor got a new deck, and you got deck envy. Well, it's time to call Chesterfield Fence and Deck. They are the best. 56 years in business. They have been one of St. Louis's top names in home improvement with quality and professionalism. That's what they put first in every single thing they do. They provide the best and longest-lasting outdoor products available with the skilled installation teams who carry out their mission to be the very best in customer service. Offering fences and decks and sunrooms and screen rooms and patios and retaining walls and windows. They're a company you could trust with your home like I trusted with my house. We did a full tear down, new deck, got the Vecca decking, did the underdecking, which we take advantage of when it's hot and swampy in the summer out. Also got a great new fence in the yard. Give them a call. Hit up the website, chesterfieldfence.com. And if you mention the Rizz Show, you get 20% off your next installed outdoor project. Again, Chesterfield Fence and Deck, online at chesterfieldfence.com. After all, who doesn't want a bigger deck?
All right, so I got the gig of the day here today, like no doubt about it. We are here with the guys from the Revivalists and Becca, our grand prize winner. We are here at Music Record Shop, and what we get to do today? Record shop.
I'd just like to point out one of the all-time great record title names by Ween, 12 Golden Country Greats.
Oh, that features the song.
There are 10 songs on this album.
But it features the classic Piss Up a Rope, which is like an amazing freaking song. That I have that record. That is a really, really great record.
Good stuff.
And I'm not even the biggest of Ween. And I don't get all the Ween stuff. Normally that's like my brother's thing, but that one I love it.
They got some great songs too.
I love that this store has Angel Olsen and Roy Orbison together, because when I first started listening to Angel Olsen, I was like, this reminds me of Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
And I just love her records. And in general, and Roy Orbison as well.
This is Coming Home With Me. This is one of my all-time favorite records. Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots by the Flaming Lips. It's a masterpiece. Do You Realize, one of my favorite songs of all time. I need this on vinyl. This has become a part of my collection.
And that's one that you gotta have, like you gotta listen to that where you can hear all of the sounds.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on in the production
This CD
of that.
lived in my car for about 3 years. My high school Jetta, Volkswagen Jetta.
Oh, very nice. I'm gonna get this on vinyl because I don't have it, but I had this on cassette, CD twice, bought the digital, digital version on iTunes or whatever, and don't have this on vinyl.
It's funny because when we were in the car on the way here, I was thinking like maybe I'll get some Beastie Boys today.
Yeah.
Science. I have this already. It's surprisingly good to cook to. It's
I would have never thought of that.
Science by Incubus. It's just like weird, heavy space metal, I guess, kind of.
Do you remember how long those dreads got for Brandon Boyd? Oh man, that could not have been easy upkeep for that man.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because there was no upkeep. I don't know.
I just saw them in New Orleans, I think last summer. Now he's all kind of clean cut. Yeah. Still takes the shirt off midway through the song.
Oh, of course, man.
Yeah. Bob Dylan?
You should check out, he's a singer-songwriter, Bob Dylan. You might want to check him out. His kids got...
We were just talking about Byerly RV yesterday and how incredible they are. Byerly RV is the center of the RV world, and they are in our backyard right here. We are so fortunate to live right here because if you are looking to get into the RV lifestyle or you're an old pro, they have everything. They have everything for you. They provide RV sales, service, parts, storage, RV rental services, and even a YouTube channel. I've met a whole bunch of them there, including the owner. They are just incredible. They love what they do, and they love providing adventure for people across the nation. Come to Byerly RV. Locally and family-owned, third generation of the same family owning and running this business. And they just completed a remarkable and huge expansion last year. They have a 16-bay service facility, state-of-the-art, and an 88,000 square foot indoor climate controlled storage building. This is who we're using for their rental services. We're getting this big giant Omni Super C, and we're taking it down, me and my wife and the kids, to Disney World this spring break. And it's saving us thousands. I was just talking about it yesterday. It's saving us like $5,000. So, we don't have to fly. And this is like an adventure. We're stopping along the way. We got the whole thing planned. The kids, I was talking to my son yesterday. He's more excited about the RVing than he is about Disney World. How cool is that? So get into it, guys. Check out all the details. Again, sales, service, parts, storage, the rental services, and even the YouTube channel. ByerlyRV.com.
All right, it's 105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage. Big summer show happening. And look, it's my friends, Josh and Tyler from 21 Pilots.
Well, hey.
What's up, dudes?
What's up?
I wonder at how many more times that I interview you guys that we just turn the tables and you interview me. You know what I mean? Because this is literally like 4 or 5 times that we have spoken to each other. I just don't want you getting tired of me.
Actually, would you rather get attacked by 100 chicken-sized horses or 1 horse-sized chicken?
Oh man, I think all the little horse-sized chickens. Wait,
all the little horses.
Horses.
It'd be like
chicken-sized
tiny little
chicken-sized horses.
Right.
There's something very creepy about that.
Yeah.
Not that I guess the big boy. They're both. Neither one are particularly good, but I would go with.
The tiny ones? Yeah, you could probably just kick them in the face and stuff.
Just step on them all.
That's what I've thought.
You would have that advantage a little bit, I guess. You were able to do that.
I've thought about this a lot, actually.
Well, guys, it's great to see you again. I don't believe that you have really, in essence, been off the road in a couple of years. Is that true? Has there been any long spells at home?
We had 3 days the other day, so yeah.
Well, there's a day of travel, then a day
That's
off,
true.
and then another day of travel,
Yeah,
which I guess counts as 3 days.
Happy birthday, Rizz. Pow.
All right, welcome back to the Rizz Show, presented by the Fast Lane. Phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Make Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. You could send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. Gonna be a nice day today. Gonna, I guess, turn stormy sometime this evening.
Possible evening storms.
Evening storms, high of 83 tomorrow, high of 38. So we got that to look forward to.
The numbers just flip.
Yep. All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling, preferred partner of Ameren, Illinois, to make your home comfortable and affordable.
Imagine being in school and hearing this news that your school district is considering doing a 4-day school week.
Oh, people are partying. Those kids are
man.
partying.
Are the parents freaking out?
That'll help us catch China.
There are some parents that are freaking out. They're talking about the Fox C6 school district considering
I can see this.
a 4-day school district.
I can see this being reasonable to start with high school, or are they doing it district-wide?
They're trying to figure it out. They're doing these
Start it with the
community
high
meetings.
school. Start it with the high school. See what happens.
Well,
you be the guinea pigs.
Well, also, I saw like the 4-day work week in some other country. The results of productivity and overall satisfaction went up. Like
That may be with
increased.
work.
100%.
Yeah.
That may be with work as far as like burnout goes.
Right.
You know, good work-life balance. Yeah, productivity.
Okay.
But for kids,
Here's what I'll say.
I don't know.
It's every kid is different, but there's like categories. There's like styles of kids. Okay, and I will say that we had a very serious conversation about homeschooling because the kid brought it up to us and said, "I just realized that I like doing my work, and I do my work, and I can do it in under 2.5 hours a day, and the rest of the time I'm at school, I feel like it's totally wasted. I could be doing this, I could be doing that. And this isn't I could be playing in the creek. And
Yeah,
I
but
could be doing
homeschooling your
nothing.
kid is a huge commitment too, as far as
I understand.
on the parent.
I understand, but this is the kid brought it to us and said, "Can we talk about this and figure out if this would be something that would be better?" And it really was like an efficiency thing. It was wait a second, I just realized that I'm in class and everything is going at this remarkably slow pace, and I'm wasting a lot of my day. And I'm proud of this kid for thinking through that stuff. When I was a kid, I was just like, "Oh, it's just you just endure." You're
Well, the
just
reason they're
enduring
doing
day.
this, the reason they're considering this is strictly monetary.
Yeah. They can't. There's nobody to work, right? They're looking for teachers or what?
It's declining enrollment in that school district.
And buses and other things too.
Fox
Save money.
C6 school districts are looking for a shorter school week to help with declining enrollment and dwindling funds. The idea would impact the 10,000 students enrolled in the district. Yesterday they had like a community meeting. Everybody giving their opinions.
So that is district wide. That's elementary
that's a
school. That's
district thing.
everything. Ooh, I can imagine parents being pissed.
One parent said, "I'm not for it. I'm against it." She says her kindergartner needs to be in school learning 5 days a week.
Let's be fair.
If not, then the mom's got to figure out how to get
Right.
this kid
Let's be fair.
watched for.
A kindergarten parent is fresh off of saving all the money that they just spent for the last 5 years of their life on daycare and preschool. So believe me, that kindergarten year is the biggest relief for parents that have spent
yes,
every
it was.
dollar they've earned on the freaking childcare costs. So that it's like Christmas. The kindergarten year for parents, a lot of parents, for us for sure, is Christmas. You're like, "Oh my God, look at all this money! I didn't have to give it to somebody else to watch my kid all day." So I can imagine this is a bad time for that type of parent.
So one of the moms who spoke said, Childcare is expensive, so another day to put my son on childcare, that's extra money that's got to come out of my pocket.
Right.
However, you know, a guy who's got a fourth grader in the district, he loves the idea. He goes, you gotta work 5 days a week. Kids can go to school for 4 days and have fun on the weekends. I don't know what sense that makes, but
Well, they have more time to do the development. Have you ever seen the study of Finland's school system? Because it's one of the best.
They do 4 days a week?
They have, I forgot if it's 4 days or 5 days, but they go to school like around 9:30 or something in the morning, or out by 2, and they have big, long breaks. They have, I don't know, they have this whole system set up where they want kids to be outside more and experience life and play and ride their bikes and all that kind of stuff, so it's part of their development. And they realize that you learn more with that than you would forcing them to be there from, you know, these 40-hour work weeks almost.
I mean,
There's
the
no
way,
need for it.
yeah, the way our work week and the way everything is
Silly.
designed, it is a childcare for a lot of parents. A lot of parents rely on as many hours as the kids can be in school as possible, as
Which I get.
as childcare. Because I mean, and that's a system thing. That's a whole how we operate everything sort of thing. So if we're just changing this, of course, that's going
We
to
gotta
put a lot of
shift
stress.
some other things too.
Do the teachers get paid for 4 days a week?
Teachers get
Salary.
paid the same. That's a salary thing.
So that's an increase for them.
So they said, you know, that the superintendent's like, you know, the going to the 4 day school weeks would save the district anywhere from $2.8 to $3.2 million.
Yeah, without having to mess with teachers.
I
And maybe they'd be required to be in on those Fridays a couple.
Yeah,
couple
I
hours
don't know.
later.
Again, this is all in discussion. Apparently, there's 170 school districts in the state that do 4 day work, 4 day school days, or 4 day school weeks.
So I guess those have been successful with this?
Three of the school districts are in Jefferson County: Sunrise R9, Grandview R2, and Crystal City. Those are 4 day school weeks.
So when my older kids were younger, one of them went to the district and still the district I'm in now. They were a full-time school or a year-round school. So they would be on 9 weeks, off 3 weeks, on 9 weeks,
Yeah,
off
my
3
buddy
weeks.
Matt, who lives in North Carolina,
6 weeks.
they're trimesters.
Dude, it was awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
It
they
was
love it.
awesome. And it got voted out because the parents and teachers hated it. But it was better for the kids. 100% better for the kids. They never got burned out, dude. And in the summer, you know, the summer was 9 weeks long. That's what it was. It was 6 weeks on, 3 weeks off. 6 weeks on, 3 weeks off. Dude, those 3 weeks, 6 weeks of school would happen, and they just like need a break. 3 weeks of a break, and they want to be back in school. And then a 9 week summer was enough of a summer where they were like, I don't mind being back in school. That she just never minded being in school.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that system.
It felt great. The transitional period from grade to grade seemed to be much easier. It wasn't like such a, I was just learning first grade crap, and then a summer happens, and now I'm learning second grade
Listen,
stuff.
they're discussing it down there at the Fox C6 school district, so they're still, you know, going to do these community meetings about it. But, you know, it is up for consideration.
Try it out. See how it is.
Pretty neat.
Someone emailed and said Warrenton has already implemented a 4 day week. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they
All I know is three of the school districts of, again, 170 school districts in Missouri are already doing this. 3 in this area in Jeffco.
Must be
Sunrise R9, Grandview R2, and Crystal City.
Yeah.
I get not. Child care is the problem, probably. For a lot of people.
Yeah.
Got to change a lot of the
Oh,
system.
yeah.
The adult work week is kind of geared around
the kids' school.
Or vice versa. I don't know which got.
Darn it, we're going to have to have 4 day work weeks.
You're coming in all 5 days. All right, you tell me if this is an overreaction. 69-year-old guy from Texas was not going to miss leg day. A guy named John Mackison down in Austin stabbed a guy in LA Fitness over usage of the leg press machine.
I understand. No, kidding.
Wait, what happened?
A guy in Austin stabbed a guy in an LA Fitness over the
Oh.
use of a leg press machine.
Somebody sent me a horrible video of a leg press machine, and I can't let it go. It's been
Too much weight, huh?
Too much weight, and you never lock your knees, guys. Don't lock your knees. Don't lock your knees.
I know what you're talking about.
This has kept me up at night. Thanks for sending that. Don't do it again.
A guy was waiting to use the equipment, and John told him, quote, "Find something else to do." And things escalated. The two later confronted each other near the locker room. John chased the other guy and stabbed him right in the tushy.
Roided it out.
John was heard screaming, "Who else wants some?"
This guy was ready. This guy was ready to work out.
He's doing like the come hither hands.
Woo! Who else wants some?
Can you imagine his
roundhouse
drive
your
there?
ass.
He's doing this to the wheel.
All over the leg press machine.
Can't wait.
Yeah, his steering was all twisted. Can't wait to work out. Woo! Leg day.
I wish I had that endurance to work out. I'm like, oh, you're on the leg press? I'm just going to go home and eat this pizza that I have in my freezer. Okay, cool.
Dude, a good
Can I work in? No, find something else to do.
A good pre-workout. My wife is always entertained anytime I take a good pre-workout because I actually verbalize how intense it makes me feel. I always get in there and I go, ooh, I want to put my head through some glass.
The story's not over, by the way.
I'm serious. I say all sorts of crazy, weird things. I'm like, I'm ready. Let's do this. Woo! Okay.
The story's not over, by the way.
Oh, no.
So, again, he can I get in on the leg press? Find something else to do. Stabs the guy. Who else wants some? He runs. Authorities catch him outside. He tells the cops, I just got out of prison for this.
Oh, man.
For this?
Yeah.
For this exact same thing?
Yes.
Anger management problem. Big time.
He was sentenced to 10 years in jail back in 2012 after pleading guilty to assault with a deadly weapon.
And did he kiss his arm with assault with a deadly weapon?
Stand the guy
This right here. Who else wants some?
He just pulled down his pants and he's like, look at these quads. Officer.
They're not going to quad themselves.
I can't hear you.
How do you think I maintain
We're
these?
talking to the microphone.
Have you ever,
Pardon me. Which way to the police station?
Is it over here or over here?
you ever
Yoink, yoink.
You ever know somebody who either stabbed somebody or has been stabbed?
I mean, there was a kid. I mean, I'm like, this kid was one of my bullies in school. Like, he stabbed someone in the ass with a pencil.
Oh,
right
man.
in front of everybody in class.
Mechanical or old school pencil?
Old school, number 2.
I always said
in line at the old pencil sharpener. Got in a fight and he just like right through this kid's pants, right into his ass.
Deep.
I stabbed myself.
I mean,
a
it
couple months
went
ago.
through the pants and into the ass.
Well,
That's deep
do you
enough.
remember those things that used to you had a math class to make the circles?
Yeah, the compass.
Yeah.
The compass. When the box of those came out, somebody was getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Every time in math class, you see the shoebox full of compasses being passed around. You go, damn it.
Here we
Is
go.
it my day?
We used to do the thing from Aliens with that, where you put your hand over the other person's hand and you try to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's stabbing their fingers.
Oh, yeah.
I saw my buddy Greg. He jumped down a whole flight of stairs with a pencil in his hand, or I guess it was in his hand, and it went through his hand in middle school, like all the way through.
My butt just clenched.
gosh.
But I
Worth
did.
it.
I stabbed myself on accident a couple months ago, and I got a scar. Like I hardly even felt it. It went right in here in my belly,
Oh,
and
my
it like
God. Well,
split
how did you
it
do
open.
that?
I don't even remember.
I was thinking the act of stabbing somebody's got to be so personal.
Yeah.
It's such a personal.
Crime.
Like you shoot somebody, you pull a trigger, the gun does the work.
Right.
When you stab somebody, I mean, you got first of all, you got to be up close,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and
You're like breathing on
you'll
the person.
probably hear. Like when somebody told me, you could actually hear the skin pop.
Ew.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the interview with the dude that played Sauron's wizard or whatever? Christopher, what's that actor's name? The old British. He was in the British SAS, and he said that
the guy that used to do death metal, Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
So Peter Jackson, his character gets stabbed in the back in the movie, and they stopped. And Peter Jackson goes, he said he just did a, and he's like, I need you to scream. Like, you're getting stabbed, scream. And he goes, you ever stabbed anybody? And he goes, no. And he goes, well, I have. They don't scream. All the air leaves their lungs involuntarily.
Oh,
Trust me, I did it perfectly. And he said, all right, no notes. The guy was
Count
like,
Dooku, you do you.
He was,
Count Dooku,
Count
that's
Dooku.
right.
Yeah, he was British SAS in World War II and used to hunt down like Nazi spies. So
Yeah, that guy
he
was
like
badass.
real life.
Look
Yeah,
up Christopher Lee.
He's
he
a
did
real
a couple
life-
death metal records towards the end of his life.
that's rad.
You ever listen to any of that stuff?
He's an
He's got a
interesting
very
guy, man.
deep voice.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It is Saruman.
Christopher Lee death metal.
Samhain? What'd you say?
Sauron. He was.
No, he was Saruman.
Saruman, sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy. You know
Mr.
that.
Saruman, sorrow me banana.
All right, so yes, stabbing somebody in the ass over the leg press machine, definitely an overreaction. What about this one?
Well,
a customer at a McDonald's in Boston got pissed off at an employee and punched him in the face because they touched the lid of his drink. So they touched the lid of his drink. This happened Saturday night. 34-year-old customer punched the fast food food worker, quote, several times.
why?
Because he touched the lid of his drink.
But they have those little things on the top to tell you what it is. You know what I mean? Like the little
That's the
things you
whole point
poke
of it.
down, like Diet Coke, Dr. Pepper. That's how you tell the drinks
I
apart
think
on the lid.
in all my years of consuming beverages, has anybody ever, has a worker ever handed you one of those? Like if it's an iced tea with the tea?
They have.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
McDonald's in the 90s,
Rare.
they used to do it.
Rare.
And then I would poke all of them because I thought that was
Yes,
fun.
of course. Mm-hmm. The workers going to get right. I don't have any details about what happened to the puncher, but yes, I would say it's an overreaction. Here's Christopher Lee's death metal.
This is his most popular song. He's got a few. Here's one called Massacre of the Saxons, The Omens of Death. But this is the bloody verdict of Verdun.
Okay. I'm getting no sound.
What happened?
So he went on.
Are you sure it's on my thing?
High
It is.
concept.
Come on. Come on.
Something's going on with your computer.
Something's going on with my computer. Let's see. Why don't you try it now?
It's on.
Ugh, this is a mess.
Oh.
Why don't you try it now?
It's on.
God dang this
Contraption.
IT!
You know, I had an issue too.
Yeah,
with
so it
laptop.
doesn't. Oh, that's him.
Oh yeah, he's holding a sword and a crown.
And he's singing. Why can we not hear out of your computer?
I don't know, man.
Maybe it's just
Dude,
too.
what'd you touch?
Too evil, we can't
dude,
hear it.
I didn't do anything. Then that's
It's on mute.
the thing. It's not on mute.
Police in Georgetown, Kentucky executed a search warrant at a liquor store last week and found pounds of marijuana that were selling just openly in the store. Not a dispensary or anything. It's just straight up liquor store. Oh, what was the name of the liquor store?
Yeah.
420 Liquors.
Right on.
They'll
Again,
never
no.
suspect, dude. We'll hide in plain sight, brother.
420 Liquors.
What, did they have drive-through? That was the
They were
coolest.
just, you walk in, you buy weed and liquor, and
Wow.
420 Liquors, man. Hey, speaking of 420, and this came out a couple weeks ago. Hilarious story. A Colorado woman just found out she's running for president. So people complain about having to choose between Trump and Biden again, but they're not the only candidates. Okay, there is other options. 39-year-old woman in Colorado named Crystal Gable just found out she's running for president, and she's not happy about it. She didn't plan on running, doesn't want to, but she'll be on the ballot in Minnesota's primary running as the Legal Marijuana Now Party candidate. The Legal Marijuana Now Party candidate. How did this happen? Well, she is a marijuana activist, and she's run for political office before, but it happened because she used to be in the party's Facebook group, and they nominated her without permission.
Pot queen.
They thought she'd be cool with it.
Man, I thought we were doing you a
Hey,
favor.
dude.
But she only found out because she has a Google alert set up for her own name. Minnesota's primary is on March 5th,
Yeah.
and it's too late to have her name removed. So she's actively telling people, don't vote for me.
Reverse psychology, right on.
Oh, yes, we're supposed to vote for her.
All right.
Okay, that's deep.
What a great leader she would make.
Yeah.
She
doesn't even
want
wanna
it.
lead,
And
dude.
that's
Come on.
why.
She's called to lead, dude.
And that's why it should be you.
She didn't even nominate herself.
She
bruh.
deserves to be in higher office, man.
Higher office, indeed.
Yeah.
She says, we all have a common law right not to be forced to be candidates.
Maybe that should be a new punishment of America. You have to run for president.
Maybe she got so high that she doesn't remember.
You got so many opinions about how it's done. You do it.
You do it. All right, you want to try again, Lynn?
No.
You know, something did play yesterday
Yeah.
from another
From another what?
window.
We might be blocked on YouTube, so we don't get
I don't
dinged.
know, man.
IT might have put a YouTube block on us.
No, we did play some. Remember we played Todd Rundgren yesterday off your computer.
We did.
And we tried the first time and it didn't play. So
Maybe you need to reset the board over there.
no, it's nothing here.
Oh.
Man, I don't know.
It's all over there.
It's all his problem. Okay.
Truck driver with 649 arrest warrants was arrested in Columbus, Ohio last week.
Damn.
649 arrest warrants. What's his name?
Curtis.
No.
Oh.
What's her name?
Oh.
It's a woman.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
right.
Right on.
Akoya Keith, also known as Carol Ann Sumner. 649 total arrests, or warrants for her arrest. 322 felonies, 27 misdemeanors related to theft.
Oh, my gosh.
Identity theft, criminal use of communication facilities, financial exploitation of a care-dependent person. Nice lady.
Is this a world record?
649 warrants? I mean, it's impressive.
Get 650. Don't do just 49. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Round up.
Round up.
Do something else.
Dude, it's got to be a record. And if it's not, what is?
Congrats, man. That's cool.
Yeah, she was an over-the-road trucker. Pennsylvania police asked the Columbus, Ohio department, hey, can you find a little felon? And they got a tip she was in the area and picked her up.
That's serious business, man. We had a bus driver who had some warrants. we didn't know any of that until we get stopped somewhere. We lost him at the border. I'd say twice. I definitely was woken up a few times at the border, and somebody would come in and say, "Hey, you got a CDL?" Yeah. Well, good, because you're driving. We arrested your driver.
No.
It happened multiple times, and we'd have to go in there and be like, "What happened?" And sometimes they'd let us talk to him. Sometimes they wouldn't. Then another time, we were hightailing it across somewhere. We were in a desert, and I got woken up by a cop. Taps on me, says, "You drive a bus?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Follow me," and got in the driver's seat. Followed this guy for a couple hours, and sure enough, our driver had a warrant in Iowa for like 100-mile-an-hour speeding ticket or something that he didn't pay, which is serious business with the CDL.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
And they arrested him.
Pick him up.
They arrested him there, and that's serious business, man.
New York City might have a new skyscraper that's going to draw a little laughter from middle schoolers everywhere. No, it does. The building itself doesn't look like a penis, but it does have a really phallic name. They're calling it Pen 15.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Like PENN 15.
Nice.
Like Sean Penn 15.
Pen 15, and it looks like penis. The name is because it's 15 Penn Plaza. Although 15 Penn would be an easy way to dodge the joke, but Pen 15 is, I think, what they're going to go with.
All right.
I like it.
And if you care, and I know you don't, the controversy is that the skyscraper was supposed to be a commercial building, but office spaces aren't in demand now. So the developers planning on putting tennis courts and billboards on the site temporarily, but critics want them to shift to residential. That's the whole thing. But Pen 15, the penis building in New York.
I'll meet you at the Penis Building. There's a great deli right next door to it.
And finally, Toyota has recalled more than 280,000 vehicles because of a software malfunction that could see the trucks and SUVs move slowly forward while in neutral. I mean, in neutral, isn't it supposed to move forward?
If you're on a flat surface, no.
I guess so. Listen, all Tundras, Sequoias, and Lexus LX600s made between 22 and 24 are part of this recall. Owners will get recall letters in April. You can also take your vehicle to an official Toyota dealership for a free software upgrade. So just be aware that that may be coming.
Yeah, I may have this.
All right, let's hear it. Let's go. Let's go, Christopher Lee.
All right, I rebooted everything as the IT department told me to, and
still nothing.
All right, cool.
Perfect. All right, that's your news.
Next time.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with some of your emails. It's 7:42. We'll do emails. We'll get into crap on celebrities. 742 Rizz Show, presented by the Fast Lane. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the biggest race of 2024, Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. Right lane blocked due to a crash 270 southbound just before Olive. There's also delays 270 eastbound between 44 and Manchester. Average speed down to about 35 miles an hour. Plus, a right-hand shoulder block due to a crash 55 northbound just before Butler Hill Road. Your point forecast, windy today, high of 83. Chance for severe storms tonight. Right now it's 61 at the Point Studio.
You know, Scott, I gave you... Are you in there, Scott? Is Scott in there?
He's in there. He doesn't have his headphones on.
All right, I'll talk to him after.
We can say anything we want about him right now.
Scott, you're super handsome. Hey, Scott. I'll talk to you after the break.
Scott, you want to raise? No? Okay.
We'll take a break. We'll come back.
Joined in the Point Studio now by the mastermind behind Ghost, Tobias Forge. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you. How do you do?
I'm doing really well. It's an absolute great pleasure to have you here, and the absolute ferocious fan base of Ghost has me completely petrified that I'm going to screw this interview up because they
then don't.
Right. Well, that's the idea. But it's one of those really great things in getting to talk about Ghost right now because you can just feel all the excitement and everything kind of not starting to come together, but just continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That has got to be an amazing thing for you to see on your side of things.
Of course.
Sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, we all wish we had more time in the day. Just give me another hour. What would you do with that hour? What's important to you? You know what should be important to you? You should be important to you. Therapy can help you find what matters to you so you could do more of it. Now, I've benefited from therapy in the past. You know, talking to somebody can help you find the best version of yourself. It doesn't matter if you've suffered from something traumatic or you just want to chat with a third party. If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. BetterHelp is entirely online. It's designed to be convenient. It's designed to be flexible. It's designed to be on your schedule. And it could not be simpler. Go to BetterHelp.com/Rizz. You fill out a quick questionnaire. Then you get matched with a licensed therapist. If you're not happy with who you're matched with, it's not a big deal. Switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. Visit BetterHelp.com/Rizz today. That's BetterHelp.com/Rizz. Visit today and get 10% off your first month. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Rizz. Get that 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp. HELP.com/RIZZ.
Of Pain on 105.7 The Point. You are live with Liv, and I am backstage at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater with Breaking Benjamin, getting all of our swears out so we don't do that on the air right now. Gentlemen, how are we?
We're good. Great. It's good to be here.
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to start off by saying something I said to Brent Smith a couple days ago of Shinedown. I'm a fan before, being a DJ and having a cool job. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that, too, that you're a fan first with so many of these acts. What does it mean for you guys to be out on the road with Bush and Alice in Chains?
Well, we grew up with them, you know, so it's like surreal, They go back before our musical endeavors into our real life as, whatever you want to call that. So it's really surreal to be talking to them and hanging with them, and they know who we are, as people. Like, oh, hey, Ben, or hey, Jason. We're like, oh, my God.
It's still getting used to it after 2 months.
Yeah, and it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, there's a moment of breakdown, I would think, between, being a fan and they seem so distant, and now they're a peer. And I think that probably takes a while to digest.
That's your word.
Yeah, it took some liberty with that word, but
closer than maybe the average.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Quiet and respect. We're getting all the fans set up here because it's
toasty.
It is hot as.
Good thing it's not hot today.
Yeah. It's fine.
Because that would be uncomfortable.
It's fine. You can still get your tickets. It'll cool down when the sun goes down.
True.
Hot and no swearing.
Where's all the fun in
Why am
that?
I here? I'm just kidding. I'm just
No,
kidding.
I will say, again, as a fan, some of my favorite concert experiences have been at Breaking Benjamin shows. And I
Yay.
saw you guys last winter for your Unplugged tour. And that was cool as hell to have such an intimate experience with you guys after seeing you guys on
Sell your house. Faster House can be the easy button for you. Literally an easy button. Call Faster House. You can call them 636-466-8774. They can help you whether your house is inherited, maybe you have a hoarder house that you got to deal with, or simply don't want to mess with the retail market. Faster House is the way to go in all of these and so many more scenarios. They've been a staple in the St. Louis community for over 20 years, and they specialize in buying houses while helping homeowners transition to their next home. And improving the community, they really focus on improving the community, not just with buying houses, but with other things that they do as well. Life is hard. At Faster House, they'll make sure selling your home is not. If you want to sell your home the easy way, you got to check out Faster House today. Again, maybe you inherited something, or maybe you have just a difficult scenario you don't have the time to put in to doing this kind of thing. Call them, 636-466-8774. Your next chapter starts here with Faster House, fasterhouse.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and Kevin from Candlebox joined. How are you, sir? Great to see you, man. Great to see you. So there is so much to talk about with you, and had the great fortune of being a chat with you a few weeks ago. But there's some things that I wanted to talk that we talked about then that I'd like to talk about again today. 25th anniversary of the Candlebox debut. Isn't that an amazing thing at this point? How do you, as the guy that did it and was the key element in this, how do you look back and see the staying power of this thing, because it's still a very relevant record?
I know, it's kind of crazy. I don't know, man. I wake up every day and I pinch myself that I've been fortunate enough to have this career. You know, I mean, it's a wild thing to turn 49 years old and know that I've been doing this for 25 years and that people still listen to the record. And you know, the royalty check comes in every April and every October, and you're just like, wow, this is crazy that this record still sells like it does, you know? I mean, I'm lucky. We're one of the bands that was able to make money off of albums, you know? So I don't know. It's paid my rent for a long time. I'm very happy about that.
Absolutely. So now let's go back a little bit to the beginning of this ride for you. I would assume at that particular time in Seattle, Washington, there was a feeding frenzy for bands because that first tier had already signed and blown up and all that sort of thing. How did the courting of Candlebox happen, and how did you settle on Maverick with Madonna?
Well, that's an interesting story. Our bass player wasn't 21 when we started the band, so you weren't able to play in the clubs in Seattle. You had to be 21 in order to play in a bar. So we played a lot of like the all-ages festivals or shows around town, or you know, friends' house parties, something like that. So when he did turn 21, June of '92, we were invited to play a showcase last minute for BMI in the city. They asked us to go on at 7 o'clock. Doors were at 6:30. They're like, you got 20 minutes to impress whoever's here. And back then in Seattle, of course, like you said, everybody was looking for another band. Nobody really knew about us because we weren't on the radar yet, other than the friends and family and fans that had found us at other shows. So that really kind of blew it open for us. We were seen by somebody from EMI, and she flew us down to LA. We played in Los Angeles at the Club Lingerie in October of '92. Guy O'Siri stumbled into that show, who of course now manages Madonna, and everybody's got a huge U2. He was the A&R guy. He was an intern at the age of 20 and took us to the label and said, this is the band I want to sign. They flew to Seattle, saw us play a show in Seattle.
Is the month for love. Now, when was the last time you gave your carpet the love and attention it really deserves? Have you gotten down on your hands and knees and adored how clean and refreshed it was? Or are you scared of what you might see or smell? Not only is your carpet one of the biggest investments in your home, but it's also the biggest air filter in your home. If your carpet has not been professionally cleaned, you're breathing unhealthy levels of nasty dirt, dander, bacteria, and germs. All that stuff is recirculating again and again and again in the house. Lucky for you, Zero Rizz is going to spread the love to you and your home with their Love Your Rug special. Zero Rizz has over 5,000 Google reviews with a 4.9 rating, which is outstanding. So this month, you got a couple days left. Get 3 rooms, Zero Rizz fine starting at $119 plus. They'll throw in a free hallway. And don't forget about Dirt and Dander's favorite hiding place, your air ducts. This month, take $50 off your air duct cleaning with Zero Res. Give them a call, 314-474-2020, or book online anytime. ZeroResSTL.com. Say you want the Rizz Show special. Spell forward or backward, it spells the same. It's Zero Res.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and we have the absolute pleasure for the first time of speaking to Ash from New Year's Day. Welcome, and it's great to have you at Point Fest.
We're so honored to be at Point Fest today. It was so much fun.
You had that crowd going. You know what I mean? How do you handle the challenge when you are coming into a situation where you know, there's a headliner, we're playing a little bit earlier on in the day. That is not an easy thing a lot of times, but a lot of bands enjoy that challenge.
We are one of those bands.
Yeah.
Obviously I'd love to be the headliner eventually and play at later time slots, but I really do enjoy being one of the open.
Welcome back to the program. It's a Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. So, Rafe and Lern, since joining the show, you've gotten to know the audience.
Uh-huh.
For the most part. And we have a wide swath of people who listen to the show.
Right.
From doctors at barns to construction workers, everybody in between.
Sure.
I want to know who's listening today.
Okay.
I want to know who's listening. Scott, open up the phone lines. All right. Call us if I'm going to make this a contest, all right? The best story wins our Rizz Show live tickets.
Oh, nice.
And don't lie. We could tell if you're lying.
Yeah.
And also, if you lie, this is going to be on your conscience, and we don't want to get anybody. We don't want anybody to get hit by a bus, because that'll happen. The karma. Call us if you, and our phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Call us if you've ever been bitten by a wild animal. I want the story. Have you ever been bitten by a wild animal? Have you ever hooked up with a famous person? Or if you ever gave emergency birth anywhere other than a hospital?
Nice.
The best story, as deemed by the esteemed panel of judges, will win Rizz Show live tickets. Coveted Rizz Show live tickets. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Have you ever been bitten by a wild animal? You ever hooked up with a famous person? Or have you ever given birth anywhere other than a hospital? The best story that we deem the one will be the one. You want to throw another one in there, Rafe? You want to do the massive collection of something unusual?
Sure.
All right, also, if you have a massive collection of something unusual, okay?
Okay.
Those are the four parameters. Bitten by a wild animal, hooked up with a famous person, given birth anywhere other than a hospital, or you have a massive collection of something unusual. We want to know about it. Strictly call in only. Sorry if you're listening on the podcast. Sorry if you're listening, online. You can't get to a phone. All right, 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Scott's going to screen the calls. While we're waiting, let's get to emails. Moon, you really want to play this Christopher Lee thing?
Oh my God, we're still on that?
No, it's
no. Yeah, if all done like
no,
I wanted to move
I thought
on.
that's what you wanted, but it's cool. That's whatever. I had to restart everything. Emails.
No, now we know things work.
Emails are brought to you by Claus Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Hello, Ted.
Hello.
Fun little fact, the phrase, where are you, only came around within the last 20 years when the first cell phones started coming out everywhere, because when you called somebody, you'd know where they were, basically, with the landline. The more you know. Basically saying that, where are you? Being a question, no one ever said that.
Oh, yeah, like on the phone when you call someone.
On the phone or in the, you weren't on an internet chat, you weren't on this, you weren't on that.
What about payphones?
Yeah, I don't believe that at all. Like, you could call somebody from a restaurant back in the day.
Jeff, they don't believe you.
Oh, Jeff, where the hell are you?
What's Jeff, you were high when you thought about this.
Yeah, it's okay. We have everybody has those
Jeff,
thoughts.
he thought he had something very profound.
Interesting thought, though.
He really did.
Way to go, Jeff.
Think about this, man. Nobody ever said, "Where are you?" until cell phones.
I'll be fully honest.
What about payphones, Jeff? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll be fully honest. The only reason I made the email segment is because he started the email with "Hello, Ted." Okay, hi all. Let Moon know that they still serve O.T. Hodges Chili at Shotzi's near Concord Plaza in South County, and they sell Edmonds chili bricks at Schnucks, and that is the O.T. Hodges Chili as well. Big fan. Thank you, Karen.
Shotzi's, is that where they do the fried brain sandwiches?
Don't look at me.
I think it does sound familiar.
I think that's where they do like the fried calf brain sandwiches.
Ugh. What is wrong with you people?
It's very Indiana Jones.
Calf brain. Cool.
Yummy.
Shotzi's Bar and Grill. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Famous brains.
Famous brains.
We're famous for our brains.
Yeah, is it calf brains? Is that? Oh, that's right. They were on Bizarre Foods America with Andrew Zimmern.
Well, at least
the bald-headed guy.
Yeah.
So were we.
Yeah, I think it may have been that episode where he was in St. Louis.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Moon and I went over to Nudo House when he was up there and watched a waiter spill an entire bowl of soup on his.
Well,
yeah, that was awesome. By the way, thanks for the love. We were at Nudo House, my son and I, the other day, and they got all the Rizz Show stickers still up.
Oh,
there
yeah,
on the
man.
soda
Love
machine.
that place.
Love it.
Pub grub. What kind of.
It's monkey brains, right? Straight out of Indiana Jones.
Chilled monkey brains? No. What kind of brains is it?
Calf brains?
Brains is brains.
human brain.
Or cow brains?
Is it cow like calf brains?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Okay. Next.
Morning, fellas and lady.
Hello.
Team Rizz member Harian. I want to thank Moon for ruining November Rain for me. Now I can only laugh because of all the Pat Boone Debbie Boons in the song. The drum fill, I guess, is in November Rain. The Pat Boone Debbie Boone.
Ah, yeah.
Now I hear it everywhere. Love the show. Thanks a lot. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Aloha. The next one is, I know you guys remember the old video of the Walmart kid yodeling. Well, he just dropped a legit song that you guys would probably like. It's called Blue Over You by Mason Ramsey.
Let's hear it.
All right, let's get that up.
Hopefully your computer works.
I think it does. Blue Over You.
Yeah, remember the little kid with the cowboy hat and the big belt buckle?
Oh, yeah.
You don't
From
remember
the
that kid?
Mason Ramsey? You don't know Mason Ramsey?
I don't know Mason Ramsey. No.
It's a dude that came to, like, he was yodeling in a Walmart, and it became pretty, I mean, I would say pretty famous.
It was a viral, all right, here we go. Okay. So far, I hate it. Fast forward.
Energy up.
Mason Ramsey video.
Kid, she'll do me, she'll do you. She got that kind of loving. Learn to love to hear her when she call me sweet baby. Such a beautiful dream.
Yeah, known as the
Kid's
Walmart.
got the stuff.
That's
The
cute.
Walmart yodeling kid.
I love that.
I think he had like a big time yodel where he was like doing like the little yodel stuff, and then he was crushing.
See, I don't know if this is good or not. I'd be like, dude, I just want to. I'll come here for a greeting card.
Excuse me, can you move out of the way? I need a vacuum cleaner.
I need to trample someone to death for a flat screen TV. Don't make me make it you, kid.
Yo, you're going to love this next one.
We got to go to the phones.
Oh, great. Forget it.
Well, what is it? No, I got the phones lined up.
I forgot. It's an entertainment review.
Can I just make a suggestion for the podcast title today? It should be, what does Christopher Lee sound like? So when people listen, they keep waiting.
They never hear it.
Never get it.
All right, so we asked you to call if you've ever been bitten by a wild animal, hooked up with a famous person, give an emergency birth anywhere other than a hospital, or have a massive collection of something unusual.
All right.
314-624-3833, 618-398-3833.
Some
best story wins.
And you know what? I'm going to call an audible and say, well, someone emailed and said they were bitten by a celebrity. I want to hear that story. You can, if you got a mix and match, call in.
Well, I was bitten by Pat Sajak once.
His teeth were sharper than you would think.
Yeah. All right, Todd. Todd, what's your story?
How we doing this morning, guys?
So far, so good. All right, what's your story?
My story. So I was 19. This was probably about 10 years ago, and we were at the Ozarks, and this lady told me her name was Dallas. She had the biggest knockers I'd ever seen.
Go on.
And she was, I think she was like 42 or 45.
Nothing wrong with that.
My buddies were giving me shit.
Oh,
telling me to take her under
hey,
the
Todd,
boat.
Todd,
Hey, what's wrong with you, man?
Can't say the S word.
Come on.
Calm down. Can't say the S word. All right.
That's why we don't take call-ins,
This
Todd.
is it.
Who
You're proving our
was
point.
One caller in.
Stop it, guys.
They were giving trouble and told us to take her under the boat, and we went under the boat, and she told me she was going to show me some things on RedTube and pulled up her videos of her.
So she was a porn star?
Yeah.
What was her name?
Her name was Dallas, was what her fake name was. Her real name was Deborah.
All right.
All right.
Wait, her name was Deborah
Debbie-
Does Dallas.
Debbie
That's-
Dallas.
This is who you're telling.
Dallas. All right, thank you, Todd. Todd's
right.
not going to win.
Yeah.
Todd, fundamentals of storytelling, buddy. You buried the lead.
Well, I remember I said somebody famous. I don't know.
That counts.
I don't know Dallas from RedTube.
Right.
Well,
Well,
she's
I'm
on the
gonna win.
internet.
I just wanted to hear the story. And also
Bill.
under the boat.
Bill.
Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. You hooked up with somebody famous? Say it again.
Studios.
Say it again. Oh God, I can't with these phones. Honestly,
yeah, we can't do call-ins anymore because cell phones are terrible.
I can't.
Again, how can we have cell phones that don't work?
This is why I
in
don't
this
take
year?
phone calls.
I know.
They're made to do anything but phone calls.
Honestly, you know how like.
Bill, are you there?
No, I hung up. I can't.
I love this because enough time will go by.
He'll
And it's
forget.
like childbirth. Like, this guy forgets. We've been doing this for 10 freaking years together.
Right.
This happened day one, and I was on the show. And every single time, enough time goes by, he forgets that this is a disaster. Every single time.
Every time I try to take
The
phone calls.
entertainment is the fact that it is a disaster. So I always look forward to seeing Rizz's reactions, and it took 1.5 callers.
First guy dropped an S-bomb. Second guy's calling from the surface of the moon.
This is why. Oh, God, I love it.
All right, Matt. Matt, hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
His shoulders are already down.
Everybody,
Look at him.
Shut your
From the
faces.
land of Gascony Village with great service.
Great, Matt. Thank you. What's your story?
My story is getting bit by a raccoon while out raccoon hunting.
All right.
It was probably 10 years ago. Me and some buddies went out one in a tree with the dogs, and I shot at it. I guess I didn't hit it. When it hit the ground, I ran over to it real quick to pick it up, and when I did, I was looking at it, and it commenced to latching onto my leg, biting the crap out of me.
Wow.
In the meantime, the dog freaked out, grabbed the raccoon, and was yanking apart from it. So the dog wouldn't let go of the raccoon because that's its job. The coon wasn't going to let go of my leg because it thought it had the dog. And I was punching both of them, trying to get them off me. Wouldn't happen. So we decided we had to walk back to the truck. It was probably 2.5, 3 miles maybe. By the time I got back to the truck, I just started feeling real sick. I didn't know if it was adrenaline or what it was. Well, that was the first time I got bit by a raccoon. I'm really sure I'm probably immune now. But I ended up spending 4 days in the hospital. I've been bit 7 times by raccoons, twice by groundhogs, once by a beaver. I've been bit quite a bit by wild animals.
Hey, Matt.
The other ones involved alcohol, so it couldn't be that damn funny.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe you should leave raccoons alone?
I'm really good at it now, and I actually have videos of me being able to catch them now.
Do you
actually
eat
had
the
a pet
raccoon?
raccoon for a while.
Do you eat the raccoons?
Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah, that's my guy. All right, Matt, hang on. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Do you find yourself staying up late at night and digging through trash cans?
Don't go anywhere, Matt. Stay there.
3 or 4 days in the hospital. You hear that?
Yeah, I wonder what for.
Foaming at the mouth. Man.
Rabies.
It's got to be rabies or something.
God, that's funny.
Ryan, hello.
Yes, when I was 5, I was trying to feed geese some bread against my parents' wishes. My dad was an ER doctor and just gotten off a 27-hour shift, and the geese bit me, degloved my thumb, pulled all the skin off my thumb.
What?
At the age of 5.
That means take the skin. Wait, Ryan. That means literally stripping the flesh off your body.
Yeah, from the base of my thumb to the tip of my thumb.
Oh,
what does your thumb look like now?
Super goose, man.
It's scarred, but relatively normal. But my dad, my worst part, like not then, but now, was my dad just getting off a 27-hour shift in the ER, looks down at me and says, "Oh, great, now I got to go back to work."
Oh man.
Well, I mean, you are his son, so
bedside manner.
Yeah.
I'm just glad he, it was an animal bite because when he started it with, I was 5, I was like, oh no.
I know.
Oh, degloved.
He's gonna hook up.
Degloved.
He's gonna hook up with a celebrity at 5. That's
Degloved. All right, hang on, Ryan. Stay there. Okay. A lot of animal bites here.
Degloved. That's a heck of a
You ever been
goose.
bitten by a wild animal, hooked up with a famous person, given emergency birth anywhere other than the hospital, have a massive collection of something unusual? 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Let's go to Bill. Bill, hello. What do you got?
Good morning. Good morning, Rizz Show.
Hi.
You would appreciate the story.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so this was years ago. I was working at a fine dining restaurant, and my cook, he told me there was a squirrel in a parking lot. I'm thinking like a rain-over squirrel. So I was nervous. I went outside. It was a juvenile squirrel just after a windstorm, and looked like a little fuzzy guy. Took a couple steps. The guy got closer. I got closer. But then when I grabbed him, he ran away. By the end of my shift, he was in my corner. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to take him home. I kept him in the box. The whole time, he's gnawing on my fingers, I'm like, chill out. It's a squirrel. But then the next day, I'm trying to feed him popcorn and milk. I don't know what to feed a wild squirrel, He's gnawing on my fingers. Didn't know that was a diet for freaking squirrels.
Yeah.
So I called the freaking the pest exterminators, and they're like, "Hey, we'll take care of them, but not in a humane way." I'm like, "No, this guy is almost tame. It was a little scary."
So what happened to the squirrel?
What's up?
What's going on with the squirrel now?
Well, he was in a box with his popcorn and milk. He was eating the popcorn along with my fingers. But
get to the point, dude! Get to the point!
Give me the meat of the story, Bill.
So a couple weeks later, he ended up getting sick. I didn't know what to do. So I let nature take its course, and I put him in a bush. Figured, hey, maybe I can feed a hawk tonight or something.
Oh, my God!
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to just poison him with some
Bill,
exterminate.
I love you, buddy.
I'm glad they understand the word concise. Quick and concise. I
love you,
appreciate
Bill,
it.
but the story wasn't going anywhere.
Not only that, it didn't qualify.
So far, nobody's winning, in my opinion. I'm
The
sorry.
squirrel sucked on your finger.
Who's in the lead?
We're all losing in this.
Who is in the lead here?
I don't even remember the story that we heard.
Matt, who was bitten by...
Yeah, they got degloved. Cool.
No, Matt was bitten by several raccoons.
So far, yeah. Matt is in the lead.
I hate everybody.
Based solely on the... Something about a Southern man telling a story.
How about no more being bitten by animal stories,
I want to hear who got laid by, Tiffany Amber Thiessen was in town, or
Who
Billy
banged
Bob
John Hamm?
All right, Dustin, hello. What do you
Anybody
got?
want to listen to Christopher Lee do a metal record?
Hello, Dustin.
So I didn't get bit by a wild animal, and I haven't hooked up with a celebrity, but I did get bit by a celebrity.
Go.
Okay.
Long story short, back in 13, I was at a autograph signing for a book, a kid's book, that Jim Carrey wrote out. And I wore a Ace Ventura shirt, and we kind of made small talk about it and favorite part of the movie. And he proceeded to reenact the scene where he bit the one hunter guy's hand, and he did it for so long I felt awkward, and so did the people in line.
Cool.
So this man was bit by Jim Carrey.
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
That's
He
pretty
bit, he latched onto my hand for no joke at least 45 to 50 seconds.
Because at 45 to 50.
I love it.
And he held?
Left teeth marks and slobber.
That is so
Didn't
good.
break the skin.
All right. Okay. Okay, Dustin, hang on.
All right,
Hang on.
all
Okay.
You're in the running, Dustin. Don't hang up.
All right. Thank you for
brevity,
playing
if
the game
nothing
by the
else.
rules.
Brevity, good phone connection, Jim Carrey. So far in the lead.
So, How Roland Rolls by Jim Carrey came out September 24th, 2013. It's got to be that book, right?
Checks out.
Gotta be.
Checks out. All right, David. Hello, David. You were bitten by an animal. Go ahead.
Yeah, R.I.P. Jeff, but this happened about 30 years ago when I was a lot younger. My grandpa decided to make an electric bird feeder because they had these monstrous squirrels that kept stealing all the bird feed. And, well, anyways, it worked. Squirrel jumped on it. Apparently it killed the squirrel. So I go out, pick it up, and as soon as I pick it up, I look at my grandpa and go, hey, it worked. And as soon as I said the words, it worked, that squirrel came back to life, latched onto my arm, wouldn't let go, and finally let go, jumped off the deck into the Lake of the Ozarks, and swam away. I had never seen it again. My parents took me to the hospital, and I ended up having to get 10 shots in my stomach.
10 shots in your stomach. So 10 rabies shots. All right, David, hang on.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Hang on.
Bless you.
Pardon me.
A lot of Ozark mischief in these phone calls.
All right, let's go to Justin in Peebly. Justin, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
All right, Justin, here we go. What do you got?
So I was a carpet cleaner at one point in time in my life, and I opened the door, or knocked on the door to this apartment, and this lady answered in a bathrobe, and I started cleaning her carpet, and I seen this card on the floor that said,
hang on, Justin.
You're talking about floors,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, floors.
yeah.
I started cleaning her carpet, you know, dude.
You know how I do.
Yeah, but anyway, I was cleaning the carpet, and I seen this card that said rock star on it, so I assumed that maybe she was, a stripper or something.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out she told me that she was a porn star, and yeah, we ended up hooking up, and
what was her name?
That was it. Amanda Mino.
Look her up. Give me a little. Let me see what she looks like.
I don't know if the
All right,
porn
hang on,
stars
Justin.
should count. Are they? I mean,
they're a celebrity.
I don't know.
Depends on what level of porn star. There's a lot of different
Right.
levels.
These are all like no-name porn stars.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm throwing the heat.
You talking trash on Amanda Amino?
Yeah,
How's the last name spelled?
exactly.
I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd.
Amino.
She must be unlisted.
Let's see. I've personally never heard of her, but
I don't know. I don't even know if I
wait,
could name
I found
3 porn stars.
It's with an E.
Ameno. Let's see.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. Safe search off, please.
How do I? I'm not. Don't put the camera up.
Images?
Images. This is not going to be good. Well, I mean, it's good.
All right. Well, yeah, that's
It's
okay.
not appropriate. Oh, well,
She's hot.
Okay. All right. Well, he's in the running.
We'll count it.
I still like Jim Carrey teeth mark guy.
Yeah. The porn star guys are burying the most interesting part of the story, which is what happened. They're giving the good lead in, like, I met her, said she was a porn star, vis-a-vis, end of story. And I'm like, all right, well, if you banged a porn star, I kind of want to hear, like,
You want me to go back to him?
Was it wild or what?
Follow-up questions. Let's go.
Justin, follow-up questions.
Yo.
All right. In the cleanest way possible, like you're talking to a 5th grader.
And telling them the story about how you banged a porn star.
Right.
Like a good uncle should.
Did you hook up with her, and did she not have to pay for the carpet cleaning? Is that what she was expecting?
No. I worked for a company, and it was just something that had happened, and, she took a shower, got out of the shower, and, it just happened.
Did you bang her on the bed? Or was it like on the clean carpet?
Yeah,
No, it was on the bed.
Did she make the first move?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. I was kind of young. I was about 18, so I was kind of in shock, really. And yeah, that happened.
What's your famous doppelganger? What do you look like?
I got a beard. I don't know, short hair. I got a fade.
All right.
Right on, dude.
All right. Thank you, Justin. Okay. All right. One more story. John. Hello, John.
Yes, sir.
All right. Give us a story.
All right. So, 17 years ago, I got a Prince Albert.
Prince Albert
Prince
piercing? For those who don't know what a Prince that's
Prince Albert is a piercing on the bottom, and it goes through the
like
on the end.
On your
Right.
penis hole, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So,
why would you get that,
I
John?
go to
Why?
this camp every now and then, and clothing is optional.
Okay.
And that camp has a pond, so went to go swim naked, and next thing I know, the PA was used as a lure.
So
They went fishing with your penis?
a fish bit you on the Prince Albert?
I caught a fish with my Prince Albert. Yeah.
Caught a carp. You very slowly removed the fish, I assume.
I actually have audio of that happening.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got.
What kind of
out
fish?
Water pretty quick. It took the thing out so I could swim for the rest of the day.
That's bestiality, man.
Why'd you get a Prince Albert? Is that
It was either a septum or a Prince Albert, and it was either north or south, and I just somehow.
Let me ask you about.
Was someone going to kill your family if you didn't get one of those two things?
Actually, after I got the PA, I still birthed 2 kids. So.
Wait a minute.
Well,
So
I didn't. My
the
wife
people you
did.
would have sex with, like, did they get pleasure from that piercing, or did it increase pleasure for you?
Yes and no. It's day to day.
It means no.
All right.
So.
Yeah, I've always been curious about that.
Hang on, John.
I feel like people that get Prince Alberts done, they just want to prove something.
I
Like,
think that too.
You know, because I get it if you get like an extra dose of pleasure, then that's something. But like nobody ever says they get pleasure from that, so that kind of sucks.
I think it's look how hardcore I am.
Right, and it is hardcore. I mean, you know,
I agree. I'm not taking anything away from it. I'm not putting a 10-penny nail through my schlong anytime soon.
All right, Lern.
What?
Who's it going to be?
Jim Carrey guy. I'm glad everybody's banging porn stars. I love it. I'm not trying to be a prude. I just don't think that's as interesting. Like none of us know those people.
Not without details. I'm like, how fast did you last at all? There's so many good details I want to know.
Right.
Like once you found out did you feel pressure once you found out it was a porn star? Did you have trouble? They didn't want to give any of that info up.
All right, give the tickets to Dustin, who was bit by Jim Carrey.
That's cool as hell. He got bit by Jim Carrey.
I will say,
Thank you all for calling.
Matt Traccoot's story was good. I want to give Matt a shout out. He told an interesting story in a good accent and used words like commence to biting.
Give Matt tickets to Rizz Show Live, too.
Hey, look at that. He's feeling generous today.
Scott, give Matt tickets, too, okay? Line 3.
See what happens when the phone calls are
We're
good?
never doing this again, by the way.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before.
Next week.
Oh no, it's about a 7-month. That's like childbirth.
I forget.
Yeah, he'll forget after 7.5 months.
And now Christopher Lee.
No.
And here is, we're just out of time. We can't
we had it queued up. We
And
had
now
it queued
Christopher
up.
Lee singing a death metal song.
You know what? Stay tuned in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll hit that Christopher Lee up for you.
All right, grab on celebrities next. There's one thing that'll make me happy, actually. It's hearing Lern sing.
Let's go, man.
We're after the break.
It won't be good.
We're going to hear Lern sing. She's quite ill.
It's going to be so sick, dude.
All All right, 821 Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We have severe delays, 270 eastbound between Gravois and Manchester. Your point forecast, windy today, high of 83. Chance for severe storms tonight. Right now it is 64 at the Point Studio.
Hi. All right, Lern, what do you got?
Sammy pays tribute to Toby Keith. Estrogen broke up this band. Some deep memories are hitting the auction block, and the funniest TV show of all time.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crab Out Celebrity. Stay there.
All right, it's Rizz. It's Jeff Burton backstage at Point Fest with Eric and Jeff from Stone Temple Pilots.
All right, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
You seem like you're like a morning radio show where you're all
A
amped
lot
up
of-
on caffeine.
Did you know I do a morning radio show? Yeah.
All right.
And a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. Hey.
Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. Hi.
It's kind of morning. That's why
To
I'm
me,
commenting
yeah.
on that. Yeah.
So how have the shows been so far? I mean, Jeff's the new guy. So what hazing has been going on, or any?
Did you ever see Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bars of soap and
yeah,
socks?
no, we haven't been doing that. But I just wondered if you saw the movie.
Of course I did.
It's a great movie.
He's
And
just a big fan of the movie.
I thought we were going to talk about Stanley Kubrick today because that.
Oh, we
you know,
can. We
yeah,
can. What do you want to know?
Treatment made simple. That happens at Mentality Health. Mentality Health is the best of the best when it comes to men's health. They are men's health specific clinic, men's specific, designed to make sure that men in our area are looking, feeling, and performing our very best. Let's talk about the goal. The goal is to feel your very best. It's to feel great when you wake up, to attack the day, go after it, carpe diem, to really seize the day and feel great about it. And how do you get there? Well, if you're not there, Mentality Health can help you. Maybe it's testosterone replacement therapy that you qualify for. Maybe it's your vitamins are low. I don't know. You don't know. But the doctors will know, the board-certified physicians, after they check out your blood. So, very easy, 3 steps. Make a consultation. Book that consultation. Get in there. Talk to the board-certified physicians. Tell them what's going on. Tell them how you're feeling day in, day out. And then have that blood draw. And then a customized treatment program is developed by Mentality's professionals for you and your system. They'll keep you up to date, too. They'll check on you, make sure that they're adjusting it as it goes through to make sure that you're at 100% so you look, feel, and perform your very best. That's the goal. So get it. Mentalityhealth.com.
Hey, it's Jeff backstage at Wayback Point Fest in freaking living color. Look at those guys. They're right there. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this. Much appreciated. Let's get this out of the way. I have an amazing story about, and I just told this on the show. I do the morning show. I'm part of the morning show on the Point. A million years ago when you guys were on a tour opening with Rolling Stones. Yeah. Or for Rolling Stones, whatever. Are they closed for you guys is the way I look at it. You guys did the stop at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Yes. 1990, whatever it was, or 80, whatever 89. It was. 89. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm 52. I'm right there. Okay. Right. So my dad was a huge fan of the Rolling Stones. Right. Not in great health at the time. Wasn't walking very well. So I drove him because I'm a fan of you guys, and I was a fan of Rolling Stones because I had to be. And we roll up in his truck, and I let him out at the curb so he can walk in and find his seats. Right. And while I park his truck, he gets out. You guys are already on. And he goes, "What the hell is that god-awful noise like that?" And I was like, "Dad, that's the opening band. It's Living Color. That's the band I was telling you about." He walks in, and I park the truck, and by the time he is this, like this. Rocking out. The dude would be 70-something right now if he was still with us, and he found dudes that he graduated high school with, and the last time he saw those people, they were listening to the Rolling Stones, smoking pot, and that's what they were doing. Wow. So because of you guys, I had this amazing, moment with my dad. So thank you very much. So that leads me into, and I think maybe that's part of the answer, but why you guys are still doing this. After all of these years, all of the success, all of the touring, all of that, what keeps you guys driving to do this?
We're trying to get it right at some point, basically.
Are you kidding me?
It's funny. It's a great question. I mean, part of it is, the conversation we started back in the 80s, late 80s. A lot of things that we were talking about through the 90s a lot of those things haven't gone passe. Like a lot of the songs we, like we're living with the cult of personality right now.
Right.
And we're still living with things like Funny Vibe, and we're still living with things like Open Letter to a Landlord. And a lot of things that like a song like Time's Up is even more relevant. It was really odd. We were kind of doing our little homage to the Bad Brains.
Right.
And Corey come up with these lyrics, and the lyrics are all about the environment. And it seemed really an odd choice at the time, but it's like incredibly in sync with what's happening now. So a lot of what has kept us together is the fact that the things we've talked about are still relevant.
And it's great that you say that, because a couple of years ago, 311 was here, and in these very chairs, and I was talking with them about, and I followed them since record number one. And they said one of the things that drives them is the fact that music that they put out 20 years ago is even more relevant now than it was back then. For them, it's the legalization of marijuana and the therapeutics of marijuana, which is, my God, that's like story number one almost now. So that's got to be part of that. Now, and the other thing is, one of the guys that's on the show with me is a musician. He actually plays with Goldfinger. He's playing with them tonight. And he obviously knew about you guys, know the radio songs, that sort of thing. Never seen you guys, so I pulled up on YouTube when you guys were on Arsenio Hall. and he's a bass player and a guitar player, and he's, oh my God, that guy is shredding. Oh my gosh. So this guy's 37, 38 years old, never seen you, and cannot wait to see you guys play. That's got to be part of the drive, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
Totally. I mean, the way that we play and why we play, I don't think is as important as that we play. I think we have a charge to have something to say. We observe the world in a particular way, and I think it's unique in a musical space. And we have to. I'm talking without a microphone.
That's okay. I know you're not comfortable with a microphone or anything. It's okay. It's new to you.
But I think that as long as we have something to say, I think we're going to try to say it as musically as we possibly can.
Do you guys still get the nerves at all, the good nerves right before you head out on stage?
Yeah, always. And while I'm on stage sometimes, too.
While you're on stage, too. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Guys, this is Freaking Living Color, and I know this is short and sweet, but thank you very, very, very much for coming in and saying hello. And so many fans that have seen you guys a bunch of times are out there.
Yeah.
Because I brought a bunch of them.
The three of us, we were at the hotel.
Do you know that when you choose Hoppin' Brothers for your home services this month and next month, you're not only improving your home, but you're also helping our furry friends at Stray Rescue of St. Louis. That's right. Hoppin' Brothers has partnered with Stray Rescue of St. Louis, and for every home service appointment during February and March, they will contribute to supporting Stray Rescue's mission of rescuing and caring for stray animals in our community. Whether it's heating repairs, maintenance, installation, plumbing, or electrical services, you could trust Hoppin' Brothers to not only take care of your home, but also make a difference in the lives of animals in need. So make your home service appointment with Hoppin' Brothers today and join us in supporting Stray Rescue of St. Louis. Inquire about their home protection plan. All the details at hoffmanbros.com, HOFFMANN bros.com, hoffmanbros.com. Hoppin' Brothers is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. Welcome back to the program. So, Dustin, who won Racial Live tickets with his story about being bitten by Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
So he was on the phone with us. I guess he walked out of his car, Scott.
Yeah, he went inside a building.
Just for a clear signal. Went back outside, and somebody stole his car. So if you see a black Equinox.
Yeah, black Equinox driving around.
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah.
You being serious?
Oh, my God.
Yep. It's gone from the spot he went out to where he's parked at when he's talking. He's like, my car's gone.
Well,
wow.
At least, hey, go on a Rizz show live.
Did he leave it running?
There we go. Yeah.
He's going to need a ride.
Did he leave it running?
Man.
Dustin will need a ride to Rizz show live.
That's
That's
ridiculous.
Yeah, so if you stole his car, just take it back. Make it easy
Wow.
for him.
It's clearly tuned to this station, so if you're out there in his Equinox, come on, man.
Oh, man. He'll take you to Rizz Show
Take it
Live.
back.
Yeah, hey, you could be his +1 or Rizz show live.
Hey, there you go. It'll be a
Rizz
good
Show
story.
amnesty. If you take his Equinox back, no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul.
No charges will be filed.
Yeah.
No.
What a bummer,
Oh, my
dude.
God.
That's
That is
bummer.
ridiculous.
That sucks.
Dustin, sorry.
Yeah.
But this will make you smile. Lern, you ready?
No, I'm not. This is going to be awful.
Lern's been under the weather the past couple of days, and I think probably to make her feel better, I think if you sing for us.
Got to do something with this. It's nasal, mucus voice.
Yeah, so I said, Lern, pick a song to sing, and I think this will be good.
This will be all right.
This will be good.
Let's see how bad this is going to be. Thank you.
Nice job. You're going to have to drink a whole nother jug of your water just because all the tears that left your eyes during that.
Well done.
It was well done.
Very well done.
Felt good.
Rizz's face was purple at one point.
No.
Can't hit those notes.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
Somebody told me to choose joy.
Hey, man,
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Somebody's sick at work, made them feel better.
Good.
Thank you, Lern.
You're welcome.
All right.
Somebody in a black Equinox was laughing so hard during that segment.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188. This is the David Lee Roth Show, but Sammy Hagar has paid tribute to his late friend, country singer Toby Keith. Last week aboard the Rock Legends cruise, he played I Love This Bar by Toby Keith. And then he had a Q&A where he talked about, how the last time that he saw Toby Keith, he joined him on stage for his last performance this past December in Vegas. Here is Sammy Hagar talking about what that did for him, losing his friend.
Sam Hagar.
Toby was the kind of guy that, I swear, when you have him as a friend, it's like you ask him to do something, he don't ever say, well, let me get back to you. It's either yes or no. And he was just so honest and direct. Very few people on the planet are like that. He had to say to me every time we talked, like I told you. But honestly, if you asked him to do something, he said, yeah, I'm there for you. I love the man for that alone. Plus, he was a good American. He was a dear friend. Wasn't just two celebrities getting together. No. Toby and I, we were buddies. It's like me and Mike here.
R.I.P. Toby Keith.
R.I.P. So this is wild. There was a hardcore band out of Tennessee that nobody's ever heard of called Lorona. And they're making the news this week after they announced the firing of their lead singer, a person named Diego. So according to a social media post of this band, the singer wanted to steal their bandmate Six's fiance, Caroline. So he started dosing this guy with estrogen. So apparently, Diego, he was in some sort of fitness or supplement industry, and he was providing his bandmate with pre-workout formula that contained estrogen. He was secretly loading him up, and it says here in the social media post, attempting to force a transition onto him for the last 5 months in hopes that he would give him.
So he was trying to transition the lead singer
from a man to a woman.
The lead singer of this band was trying to transition.
Yeah, forcibly transition his bandmate with the hormones. Because this guy wanted to get with his fiance, which is wild.
I don't know if it works that way.
I don't know if it works that way either. But it did. It cost this guy thousands of dollars in medical bills to try and figure out he didn't know what was going on with him. So now he has to go to an endocrinologist for several months to get his hormone levels back to normal, which is wild.
Wow. Man, I feel like a woman. That's nuts. That's like The Longest Yard. You remember that the Sandler when they start putting estrogen in the guards?
Yeah,
steroids. Like that's like a crazy thing that doesn't seem like anyone would ever try that for real.
Well, they tried it for real.
I know it's nuts.
Yeah.
So, it's not nuts. It's the opposite of that. Actually.
Yeah.
And the guys got criminal charges filed against him.
I believe so. Yeah. Like the band is broken up with the lead singer, and then charges are pending. Beyonce's country single Texas Hold'em is now the #1 song on the Hot 100, and Vulture's One by Kanye West with Ty Dolla $ign is the #1 album. Sandra Araya, the wife of Tom Araya from Slayer, has a message for everybody upset about the band's current reunion and upcoming shows. She posted on her private Instagram page, she goes, "Let me clarify for the trolls. Tom was done playing. I've harassed him for over a year. He finally agreed, and we shared news with our Slayer's awesome managers that they would, do the rest." And so she says, so yes, without Tom, it wouldn't have happened, and me bugging him to do it. So this whole, Riot Fest, Louder Than Life, couple of one-off
shows.
I
get why people are pissed. They're like, dude, you went on a farewell tour, and I paid money to go to your farewell tour, and you've only been farewell for a year?
But isn't this normal? Like, are people really
if you guys
pissed?
don't know what you're getting with that kind of stuff, come on, dude.
No, but I believed it that time.
That's the move. Nah. Hiatuses are business moves.
They were on hiatus for a year.
I think it's cool. I'm glad that they're back because a lot of people didn't get to see them.
Remember Motley Crue signed the contract. We're never gonna play again.
Right.
Look, I'm signing a deal.
What happened to that?
Oh, they're playing again. You can understand why people are pissed.
But is that? I mean, if you're a true fan of the band, aren't you stacked that they're like coming out again? Like you're like, oh my god, I got to see them the last time. So. I'm going to go to Louder Than Life and see them one last time.
Or
why
don't.
Are people so emotional? Or don't.
Yeah, or don't. It's fine. Did you like the show that you paid for and went and saw? Like, I mean,
yeah, no,
even
but
exchange.
I get it. It's you know, it's a bait and switch. It is
for sure. But it's a move. Okay, fool me once, can't get fooled again.
Right.
You know the whole joke.
I know, but we know about that stuff. Like we hear these stories, a lot, and we're in the biz of finding out stuff like this. If you're a John Q Slayer fan, you're like, man, Slayer, last time ever, I'm gonna drive 10 hours, and I'm gonna spend what I normally wouldn't spend to go see my favorite band for what is to be the last time.
And the other thing is too, like things change. Maybe I'm sure there's legitimate scenarios of bands feeling wholeheartedly like, hey, this is done. We're done with this. I can't work with this guy or this or that. And then things change, and that's okay. What are they supposed to do?
You gotta stop saying this is the last time. Then
Well, but what if they legitimately, wholeheartedly thought that this is the last time, this is the last hurrah, blah, 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 blah. Then a year later, they find themselves in a room, and they're like, oh, man, let's do this again.
Okay,
and then somebody goes, oh,
but we got to be smart enough to never say never.
But we said that we wouldn't do it, so I guess we'll just kill the business.
We got to not say never say. We got to not say this is going to be the last time.
Never going to happen, so just put it on yourself.
I hate it, and it's not right. And I'm tired of being fooled.
The world isn't fair.
That's true.
Rizz.
It's not right to the consumer and the music fan.
Liam Gallagher is still ticked that Oasis has been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's class of 2024. He told The Times, as much as I love Mariah Carey and all that, I want to say, do me a favor and F off. It's like putting me in the Rap Hall of Fame, and I don't want to be part of anything that mentally disturbed. Gallagher then went on to the Hall's leadership saying, I've done more for rock and roll than half of them clowns on that board. It's a load of bollocks.
You know what we got to start doing?
What?
We got to start penalizing these bands for doing that, for lying.
No way. I'm always going to be on the side of... We got to stop. I want the bands to reunite.
Should we take them out of the Hall of Fame?
Like the last time I saw Black Sabbath in 2016, I hope it wasn't the last time. I hope that it happens one more time.
Okay, but you know what, though? They said it was going to be the last time, and now it's going to be legal. It's going to be legally binding anytime they say that, where somebody will go to prison.
You're nuts.
If they play a show.
Nobody's going to prison.
A lot of drummers in prison, then.
Somebody will go to prison. Hey, you send the drummer. That's fine. You send the drummer or the bass player.
Well, out of everybody in the band, the drummer will survive prison.
It's like somebody from the band's got to go to jail. It's not going to be the lead singer or the lead guitarist. It'll be the bassist or the drummer. Fine. But maybe it'll make them think twice.
So there's a couple of interesting things coming up to rock and roll auctions. So Patty Boyd, the inspiration behind rock's biggest songs like The Beatles' Something, and Layla from Eric Clapton.
She's the muse for some huge, I think it's more than those two songs.
Well, those are the two most well-known. She is selling the love letters written to her by both of her rock star ex-husbands, which, of course, were George Harrison and Eric Clapton. Boyd has the blessing of Eric Clapton to put the letters up for sale at a Christie's auction next month. One letter from Clapton reads, quote, Dear Layla, for nothing more than the pleasures past, I would sacrifice my family, my God, and my own existence. Why do you hesitate? Am I a poor lover? Am I ugly? Am I too weak, too strong? Do you know why? So they're very romantic. Boyd added that the letters can be heartbreaking for her to read.
Something, Layla, Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
It was about Patty Boyd. She hooked up with Sir Mix-a-Lot. I don't know if you knew that.
That was her later years.
That's pretty cool.
Also coming to an auction, this is really interesting. The bullet that was fired from the gun that killed John Lennon will be auctioned off in Newcastle, England on Thursday. The BBC reports that the bullet was given to a police officer, Brian Taylor, by a New York Police Department officer after they allowed him to shoot the gun on a visit to the department. I don't know if I'd want that.
Oh, wait, so this is not the bullet that killed John Lennon.
No, it is.
You just said it was a bullet that was fired from the gun.
Bullet fired from the gun that killed John Lennon.
Yeah, the gun
bullet
that
fired
killed.
from the gun.
This is not the bullet that was in John.
Oh, I read this as it's the actual bullet that they pulled from him.
So a bullet fired from the gun.
A bullet fired from the gun that killed John Lennon will be auctioned off in England. I read that as the bullet, or a bullet that maybe was still in the gun.
Wow.
Maybe it was in the
It might have been
cylinder.
one of the test ones. They
bullet
fired,
from the gun.
I don't know.
They fire it to compare to the one that came out.
A bullet fired from the gun that killed John Lennon.
Like if there were, how's it work? 3 bullets in a gun?
Well, it was a revolver, wasn't it?
So 6.
So yeah, it could have been a 5 or 6 shot. Yeah, Wow. I don't know. Would you want that?
I don't think I would. No. Too sad.
No.
Ryan Gosling is set to perform at the Oscars. Rizz, I know you're excited. He's going to be performing I'm Just Ken at the 96 Academy Awards, which will happen on Sunday, March 10th. Gosling wasn't nominated for the song in the Best Original Song category. Writers Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt got the recognition there. But Gosling was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for playing Ken in Barbie.
I didn't know that.
Go ahead.
Wolfgang Van Halen does a solo in that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I'm Just Ken?
Yeah.
Really?
I guess there's a solo in there. It's Wolfgang Van Halen.
Had no idea. An American Psycho reboot is in the works, and this one will reportedly take place in modern times.
Don't say who.
I won't.
Okay. I saw the story.
Mm-hmm.
So if American Psycho is going to get remade, who should play the Christian Bale character?
Patrick Bateman.
Christian Bale.
Besides Christian Bale.
Oh. Okay.
Because he already did it. If they're doing a remake.
Who should or who do I think it's going to be?
Who should?
Who should and who do you think it's going to be?
What kind of tone are they doing? Are they doing that weird? I mean, are they doing a similar tone?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what is it? Is that Bret Easton Ellison? Is that one of his books?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because remember, he was
Rules of
dancing.
Attraction.
He was dancing the Sussudio and some other things, and like, there's a lot of
Just think of the character.
Right. Like, who could do it in now times? Actors that are out now.
And be good at it?
Yeah.
I think Shia LaBeouf would crush it, but I don't know.
He would be a great one.
I don't know if he has. I don't know what's going on with his personal life.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll probably get Timothy Chalamet, and I think that's lame as hell.
Okay.
Why?
Could they get it? Could it be slightly older?
I just don't think he'd be a good Patrick Bateman, but I just think that's
Dude, what people want is the best,
Is
and
the-
I
it's
think it
perfect.
nailed it.
Yep.
But okay, so who do you think?
You know, I've been cheering on that Ben Foster dude for some time. I don't know
Great.
if that's the right
He
role
would
for
be
him.
awesome.
He's probably
but-
aged out of it, though.
Yeah.
He's as
yeah.
old as
I would.
Christian
I would
Bale.
think anybody that I'm going to think of right now is too old for that role.
Yeah.
Because remember, he's talking about his youthful skin, and he always wears this aftershave that doesn't have alcohol because it dries out his skin. It's like a very
30.
young.
Like late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
The people have someone they want?
Yes.
Yes. There's
no.
three-
Like they haven't cast him yet, but the people collectively, the
collective they.
the collective
And-
public.
One's a woman.
Yeah,
Like
they did
actually
that.
changing the role over, which they did with Mila Kunis, right? They did.
Mila Kunis was the last American Psycho.
Right.
Which wasn't supposed to be an American Psycho movie. It was supposed to be something else. They turned into American Psycho after they filmed it. It was
And the Beak in Rules of Attraction. I don't know if he was
James
Patrick-
Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
He was
I love that movie.
loosely related.
All right, so
who are they saying?
what are they saying?
So they said one option would be Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny in
Oh, dude,
Philadelphia.
perfect.
Yeah, he's Psycho.
He is.
He is Patrick Bateman in Always
Yeah,
Sunny.
he is. Yeah, he is Patrick Bateman in Always Sunny. That's who I can't get out of my head. Glenn Howerton.
If it's going to have a comedic tone, he for sure.
He's too old though, man.
Well, they also
He
said
looks young.
Allison Williams
Are you out of your mind?
because
Have you
of
seen
her
him?
character in Get Out,
Okay.
which I could see too. She has kind of, especially in Girls, her playing Marnie. She's already kind of nuts.
That's Brian Williams' daughter.
I can see
I know.
her. I can
Okay.
see her doing a good job.
Yeah.
And then this, I think, will be the one. Jacob Elordi from Saltburn and from Euphoria.
I don't know who that is.
I could see
Yeah.
him being Patrick Bateman.
That's not the weird looking kid.
No, he's
I could see him doing it.
kind of the hunk.
He's the one that looks like a distant cousin of that Josh Hutcherson.
Hartnett? Or Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah, yeah.
I could see
Yeah,
Jacob
for
Elordi
sure.
doing it.
He
for
looks
them.
like Patrick. I mean, he looks like
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale a little bit.
And
Yeah.
also,
Glenn
Pete.
Howerton's the guy.
Speaking of Saltburn, the mansion that they used in the movie is a real 700-year-old estate in England called the Drayton House. And it didn't take too long after the film's release for tourists and social media influencers to find the house and start to take photos and videos. The owner says, I never envisioned the amount of interest there would be. It's quite weird. I don't take it as flattering. How would you feel if people were taking pictures outside of your house? I would prefer the interest to blow over, and I can't make it blow over.
Well, I mean, that's what you get for having your house as a location.
Yeah.
It's true. Also,
Hey.
how cool would it be to live in that house?
Another one for American Psycho, and I know I'm probably too big of a fan of this dude, and he might be too old looking, but Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be
He
awesome.
had a couple
He's not
emailers
too
that were
old.
good.
Dude is so good.
Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy Allen White, he'd probably be good. And then someone said, God, who was the other one that was good? Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, but if you're going to
Daniel
make,
Radcliffe's.
American Psycho from the book, right? The white guy.
Daniel Radcliffe. Well, you're just talking about a gal.
I didn't talk about a gal.
Well, I'm just saying, like we were talking about a gal. Like if we're opening it up beyond just the character description initially,
Are we doing a remake? Gotta be a white dude.
And if you're doing it, do it differently. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see a remake of the identical thing. Like make it totally
How cool
different.
would it be if Reese Witherspoon's daughter plays the Reese Witherspoon character in the movie, though?
Yeah.
What's her daughter's name?
Oh God, I think.
Oh, it looks just like her.
Who looks
Reese
just
Witherfork.
like her.
Yes, thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Witherspoon.
I'm going to give that to him, okay? Yeah. That's your one today.
Thank you.
And finally, you guys.
Ava Felipe.
He's been waiting a long time.
Looks just like her mom.
Philippi, yeah, that's right. Philippi's daughter.
Yeah.
Ranker.com has listed out the top 20 funniest shows of all time.
TV shows.
TV shows. And we did this like a couple weeks ago, but this is an
Seinfeld,
entirely
shut the
different
list down.
list. Seinfeld is number 13.
Oh.
So shut your list
Number
down.
13
Yep.
of the funniest TV shows of all time.
And this is voted by people like you and me.
All time.
Simpsons.
The Simpsons, number 6.
South Park.
South Park, number 5.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Not on the top 20.
The Office.
The Office is number 1.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. He's so disappointed.
Of course.
Of course it is.
Parks and Recreation,
Number 8.
which I honestly thought was funnier than The Office.
How I Met Your Mother.
Friends.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. Not top 20.
Family Guy.
Family Guy, number 11.
Friends. Did we say Friends?
Friends is not on the list.
Good.
Futurama.
Futurama, not on the
Beavis
list.
and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead, not on the list. And I'm sorry, number 20 was Futurama.
It's Always Sunny.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was number 2.
Reno 911.
Number 2. And I do love that show. So It's Always Sunny in Philly is the second funny show of all time.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Okay.
Number 3 is really dumb. That you're never going to get.
Like Modern
Cheers.
No,
Family?
Looney Tunes. So stupid.
It's loony.
Like, who are these people that are voting in this?
I mean, they're cartoons.
Yeah, they're funny.
So?
We're getting outside the parameters of TV show a little bit, but I guess the other ones are cartoons too.
Huh. Yeah, South Park and Simpsons.
Yeah.
And there's another, Tom and Jerry made the list.
I
There's
Love
12.
Lucy.
No.
I Love Lucy's not on this list, but
Cartoons aren't serial,
though. But It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is number 2.
Yes.
I've now tuned out.
All right, go ahead, give us a list.
Malcolm
All right.
in the Middle.
Number 10 was Married with Children. Number 9,
yes.
Modern Family. Number
Great.
8, Parks and Rec. Number 7, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Number 6, The Simpsons. Number 5, South Park. Number 4, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
That's a good show.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shows. Are we
show.
talking about good shows? We're doing the best of all time.
Rick and Morty.
4, bro.
Number 3 was Looney Tunes. Number 2, It's Always Sunny. And then number 1, the funniest show of all time, The Office. And that was
I
your
mean, they're
top
all
list
funny
of celebrities.
shows. But
Yeah.
the
Brooklyn
fact that-
Nine-Nine is
Funnier
top
than
5.
Seinfeld.
And Seinfeld's Seinfeld and I Love Lucy
Out of
can't compete with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
We're not getting Sanford and Son, Newhart. There's a lot of old shows on there.
Yeah. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Jenny J. Wow Farley is 38. Kate Mara, that's Zoe on House of Cards. She's 41. By the way, she's in the Fantastic Four reboot. Did you know that she and her sister Rooney Mara,
Yeah, they're relatives of NFL owners.
they are NFL royalty. Their dad's family is the Maras, who founded and still own the New York Giants, and their mom's family are the Rooneys, and they founded and still own the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nice.
Oh,
They hate football. Just kidding. Josh
glad they
Groban.
finally caught a break.
Yeah, man. Things are going okay, and I'm happy for them. Josh Groban is 43. Chelsea Clinton is 44. Tony Gonzalez is 48. Chili from TLC
Yes.
is 53.
She's dating one of the Lawrence brothers.
I do not know.
Joey Lawrence,
Really?
Well,
right? Joe, what's the brother's name? Matthew Lawrence.
Matthew Lawrence. He was the hotter one.
Grant Show from Melrose Place, Dirt, and a couple other things is 62. James Worthy is 63. Paul Humphreys is 64. Timothy Spall, that's Voldemort's henchman, Wormtail, is 67. He's also Churchill in The King's Speech. Neil Schon, Journey's guitar player, is 70. Ralph Nader is 90 today. And Joanne Woodward, Paul Newman's widow.
Still kicking it, huh?
She won an Oscar for The Three Faces of Eve and Joanne Woodward. Happy birthday and congratulations. You're 94 years old.
Good for him. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Ember Snow. E-M-B-E-R Snow. Today's birthday girl has been in movies like Anyone Will Do, Asian Cheerleaders, The Ass Man's Anal Exam, Don't Break Me 22, Girls Just Want to Have Toys, Happy Tugs 12, Naughty Asian Neighbors, One Hot Rub Down. And I don't know why this title got me. Who can figure a role in 2023's Ready for Occupancy?
Wow.
Ember Snow is 33 years old. That's porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Let's give away some more stuff.
Okay.
Scott,
more stuff.
Open up the phones again.
Wow.
I love it.
One more time.
Best. I love
again?
it.
One more
stories
time.
are we gonna hear
no,
now?
we're doing 3 and 5 after the break. Okay, at least a more structured contest. We got Rizz Show Live tickets. Rizz Show Live happening on Saturday. Sold out at the pageant, courtesy of Yingling and our friends over at Hat Launch. You got to be 21 or older to win those tickets. We have tickets to go see Jelly Roll October 23rd over at Enterprise. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. We got tickets to go see Primus and Coheed and Cambria, co-headlining show Saturday night, August 3rd at St. Louis Music Park. And we got tickets to go see Beartooth, sold-out show Saturday night, March 10th over at Pops. So here's the deal. You call in, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Moon gives you a category. You name 3 things in the category within 10 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right. You win your choice of prizes. No ums or ahs start your answer. Rafe and Lern are your judges. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. 3 and 5 is next. It's the Rizz Show, presented by the Fast Lane for another couple days. It is 8:59. It's Tuesday. Traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in those NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. We got a right lane blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 southbound just after exit 13, Missouri AB. And a right lane blocked due to a crash 64 westbound after 40 Drive. Your point forecast, windy today, high of 83. Chance for severe storms tonight. Right now it's 66 at the Point Studio. Oh, let's do it now.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now. Okay, so wait, and Columbus, I don't think you have a clue how bad this this gun hurts. Would you like an example? Would you like to try? Would you put your butt on the line and?
You guys can shoot me.
Yeah. Have Scott. How about you shoot Clonvis first?
Can I take one
shot in the
Can I
tush.
take one of his shots and give him 4? Was that
What?
fine?
No.
Oh, that's happened. I'd like to. I mean, just as a gesture.
I mean,
of
that's a pretty.
goodwill.
That's a pretty amazing friend right there.
In tribute?
Or I'll take one and I'll still shoot him 5 times.
I had 4 last week, and I'll tell you, it was excruciating.
I'm interested to see if it's as bad as you guys say, or if you're hamming it up. So I'm willing to take a shot.
Yeah, okay. I would love for you to take a shot to see if we're hamming it up.
Fine. You know what? He'll take one of your shots.
You're amazing.
Shoot me.
All right, good.
Holy smokes.
He's going to take one of your shots. Wow, I'm such a pushover today.
Thank you. All right, let's do it.
It's because I'm in a good mood.
Okay. So do you get to, who's going to shoot me?
Scott will shoot you first.
Okay.
It's only fair. Respect.
I got to take my butt out?
Yeah, no, put it up against the... Yeah, go up against the wall there. Just your undies.
Men's Health. I'm going to try and get through this ad without sneezing all over the place. You guys, I want you to be so healthy, okay? Do not be like me right now with your, your colds and getting over any sort of illness you have. Vitamins can help with that. And you know what? Victory Men's Health can be there with you every step of the way. Whether it is customized vitamins or it's something as a micronutrient test where they find out through your blood sample what is going on that cellular level. Maybe your hormones are all out of whack or there's deficiency in some way. Victory Men's Health is the first step to getting on your track to wellness. And guys, I'm telling you, the Town and Country location, which is where Rafe and King Scott and all my guy friends go, it's just beautiful. You walk in there, it smells amazing, and it's just... I don't know. I want my house to look like the inside of that office, to be real. And if you do something like the IV infusions, You sit back in these massage chairs, take in Terminator 2, and then you get pumped full of all of the vitamins that you need to get on about your week. Maybe there's something really intense coming up. They have many locations, Town and Country, O'Fallon, Illinois, O'Fallon, Missouri, and the brand new location, Sunset Hills. Start now, get healthy, victorymenshealth.com.
Joined by Seether. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you, and thank you for being here with us. The first thing I want to bring to your attention, and I'm sure that you guys don't keep track of this because you have way bigger things to do, but this is your 6th Point Fest, all right? Out of the 30 some odd that we've done, you've done 6 of them. Not to mention birthday shows, Christmas shows. While other rock bands have kind of gone by the wayside, you guys have just been a constant core artist for us. I was looking last night. We've played like 26 different Seether songs in the history of our career, and your career. Thanks, and our career as well. You have just been such an important part of the station as the alternative format goes left and we stay rocking. You guys have been a really big part of that. And I just, as the music director of the radio station, just wanted to say thank you. And I'm sorry, Sean, if you're getting eaten alive by something over there.
I'm making my acquaintance with the local wildlife.
You guys are celebrating 20 years this year. That's a really impressive feat. How, many bands that have been successful still don't make it 20 years. How have you guys been able to do that by your account?
I think we've just basically written stuff that we want to hear. I love a lot of bands. I love a lot of music styles and a lot of different types of music. But whenever we write albums, we just stay. I try to stay true to what we like. We like to write stuff that we like to play, and stuff that I like to listen to. So I think really just not adapting to a new flavor of the week kind of sound. There's a couple bands out there that tend to sort of go left and right as the tides move, and that just isn't sincere. I don't think. You know what I mean? I think you have to stay sincere and honest and true to yourself in that sense. And so musically, we just always write stuff that and you also don't want to rehash the same things.
Sure.
So it's great to experiment and try new things, and as long as you don't lose the essence of what the band really is and what the sound is.
One of the things that I've wanted to ask you guys for a bit, and I noticed this as well when I was prepping to talk to you guys. You guys release a new record every 3, 4, 5 years. It's not like it's one of those record, out on the road for a year and a half, record again. It doesn't seem to be that kind of cycle. It seems to be spaced out, which says to me that you guys are given the opportunity to maybe take as long as you need when you are writing a record. Is that the case? Do you have the ability to, if it takes you 6 years before the next Seether record, not to say that it would, but would you have the time to do that?
I think contractually we have to deliver one within 18 months of a touring cycle being finished. But that's never really been enforced because we don't really wait that long. I think really what it is you record an album, and then there's 6 months of setup time and interviews and photo shoots and stuff and videos, and then you tour for 18 months to 2 years, and then all you want to do is just take some time off. Because when we first started out, we had an album out in 2002, then another one in 2004, then 2005, then 2007, then 9 and 11, I think, and then, so it was almost every, it was kind of well, that was also a different record company. So it was a crack the whip, and we would get off the road and basically be expected to have something done within the next couple of 3, 4, and 5 months, and then there would be a little bit less setup time, maybe 3 to 4 months. But you'd be back out if you finished in January, you'd be back on a tour by December, basically.
Well, and and at that point, I would think, and again, I'm not the creative type. I can't write songs or play anything. I've tried, to the point that my brother set down the guitar and was like, maybe you're just not meant to do this. But I would think that that's going to obviously crush creativity if you're on that kind of or I guess maybe maybe then it pushes it.
I much prefer taking a little bit more time because then I think you can the more songs you have to pick from, the stronger the album can be of 11 or 12 tracks, because instead of only having 14 written and then having to use 12 of those 14, if you have where we're at now, I think something musically I've finished about 30 songs. And there's maybe 10 more that I'll work on, and then I'll do vocals. So there'll ideally be around 30 full finished tracks to work from, and then you can take the best 11 or 12 from that, which I think then gives you because not every song's good. That's the thing. There's a lot of stuff you guys don't hear that's really bad. Right. Even these guys don't hear the stuff that's really bad. because you try and experiment a little bit too much, or it's very different to the genre that we're in. So I write a lot of different styles too, but always come back to writing stuff for like I've taken a month off of, maybe 3 weeks off of writing anything for Seether right now, just because I was working for 3 straight months just on every single day working on Seether stuff, and I just needed to step back from it for a bit and kind of let my ears clear out and get forget what the song sounded like, then go back as almost like a new listener again.
Sure.
And have a different take on it the next time. And if I come back and I still like it, then that's a positive sign, and I can then move to working on lyrics and melodies. And if I don't like it, is there anything I do like, then I keep that and try and change what I don't like. Or if I don't like it at all, I just there's no point in where you can't turn, the old make a silk purse out of a pig's ear. It's just not possible. Well, so you just know it's a bad song. You go, okay, that's going to go in this folder that's marked that somebody will never ever look into.
Right, into the delete me folder.
When I die, they'll never know what that album, that stuff is.
How do you guys work when, when one of those bad parts comes up? Like, how is the honesty factor? Like, I know you've been working on this, but
you can tell a lot of that when you hit play to something you wrote, and then everybody's listening, and then everybody's head stops bobbing. You're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna shorten that part.
So you had an email you wanted to read there,
Yeah, this is one of the entertainment reviews that I thought, Rizz, you would really like. You've been asking me about movies. We were talking about TV shows earlier today. Here's one. It says, Rizz, don't fall for it. Save your sanity and preserve 3 hours of your life. On the recommendation of some of the other people on this show, I watched this monstrosity of a movie, and 3 hours and 2 nights later, I'm liking a few of you monsters a little less. First off, any movie that's 3 hours long needs to have a disclaimer of, we will not refund those hours to your life because these hours are now forfeit. Secondly, there is no satisfying conclusion at the end of this nonsensical, fever-pitch, twisted, and deranged narrative. I would much rather listen to the entire catalog of the 2SG with Catwoman, watch Catwoman, Freddy Got Fingered, The Room, Steel Magnolias, and Thelma and Louise on request rather than subject my mind to this mental torture again that is Beau is Afraid.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not watching that movie.
Finally, Moon and Rafe, your movie recommendation cards have hereby been revoked. Did I mention that this is 3 hours long? I don't think my brain will recover anytime soon from the 9-foot penis horror scene. As a friend of the show, please seek help.
Do not watch.
Thank you, Justin.
Beau was Afraid. Do not watch.
Did that turn you off? Did that turn you off? Or did
I don't know. Now I'm like really curious.
Did that make you want to do it more?
Now I'm like, really? If he hates it that much, like, how could you hate something that much?
Here's the thing. Neither of us ever said it was good. Neither one of us was like, it's an amazing movie. I was like, it is a thing that, like, you have to experience it and tell me how it made you feel. I can't explain it to people.
The movie is called Beau is Afraid. It's with Joaquin Phoenix. It's supposed to be some fever.
It's Ari Aster
of a movie.
And, dude, he's got a new movie coming out. Have you seen Ari Aster's new movie? It's coming out in April. It's like Sasquatch.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a family of Sasquatches.
I like that weird stuff. I like
Look up the preview. It's like, it's not a movie with people who encounter a Sasquatch. It is from the Sasquatch's point of view. There's like a family of Sasquatches.
Go on.
It's crazy, dude.
Pique my interest.
The dude is off his rocker.
Yeah, I like the provocation. I like the like forcing. I like the provoking of what is this? Like, or even just like the
what
visuals
am I
are cool.
Watching?
Yeah. What am I watching? The visuals are cool. The ending is cool. Or not. I can see how people would totally hate it.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a tough watch because you're just like, I don't like how this is making me feel, and I don't know why I feel the way I do.
But I like the fact that it's making. But I like the fact that it's making me feel.
Right.
That's why I like that kind of stuff.
All right, Beau is Afraid.
There's so much just.
If I got 3 hours to burn.
I'm watching the trailer right now of the Sasquatch Sunset, and it starts off. Let's just say with a real bang. It's pretty funny.
There's just so much inane
Sasquatch having sex with each other?
Yes.
There you go.
Hilarious.
I like something that is weird.
Go on.
And Jesse Eisenberg?
I guess I'll watch it if I have to.
Jesse Eisenberg is one of the Sasquatches?
Wait, what's it called?
It's going to be great. Sasquatch Sunset.
Yeah.
Sasquatch Sunset.
It's coming out soon, too.
All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, today's contest is sponsored by...
Oh, cool. My sheet's down. Yeah, I'll get it. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out in a minute.
No, I'm going to find it here. Well, anyway, you'll
This
find
computer's
it.
a lot
I'll
of fun
explain
today.
3 and 5.
Yeah, please
here we
do.
go. 3 and 5, simple game. Moon's going to give you guys a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. To edit through categories right, you win your choice of prizes. No ums or ahs to start your answer. Rafe and wherever Lern went. Hi, Lern.
Hi.
The judges. All right, so we got racial live tickets sold out Saturday over at the pageant. Tickets courtesy of Yingling and Hat Launch. We got tickets to go see Jelly Roll October 23rd over at Enterprise. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. Primus and Coheed playing co-headlining show August 3rd at St. Louis Music Park. And we got tickets to go see Beartooth, sold-out show over at Pops on March the 10th. All right, here we go. 3 and 5, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Let's go to line number 1 and Chris in Fairmont City. Good morning, Chris.
Morning, guys. How's it going?
All right, Chris, let's play 3 and 5. Here we go.
Chris, name 3 movies with Matthew McConaughey.
Dazed and Confused, Naked Lawyer, and...
Naked Lawyer.
Naked Lawyer.
Naked Lawyer is a good one.
That's
Naked
a good
Lawyer.
one. You pulled Naked Lawyer out, huh?
Dude, you know what movie is great? Sahara. That movie rules.
And
Look at
how to,
Interstellar.
you know what movie's great is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I've never
Well,
seen that.
all for one, Chris. Next.
Name 3 Major League Baseball teams that wear red.
Cincinnati Reds, St. Louis Cardinals, and the...
Dang it.
And the
I don't know where the plays at.
Oh, man, I thought he had it.
What a bummer.
Nick in Belleville. Good morning, Nick.
Morning.
Morning,
Hey.
Nick. Here we go.
Name 3 types of plant.
Poison ivy, poison oak, and daisies.
Sure.
And Daisy.
I like
All right.
poison this, poison that, daffodil.
Rafe, you got
It works.
cockeyed there. What?
just the way he patterned groupings in his mind is very
Oh no, but
interesting to me.
he paused for a second, gathered his thoughts, and killed it. Thank you, Nick. Next.
Ivy, poison oak, daisies.
Name 3 animals smaller than a house cat.
A mouse, a gerbil, and a hamster.
Only rodents today.
Hang on, Nick.
All things a cat would eat.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess it would. Yeah, house cat.
Nick
food.
killed it. Love that.
Job,
Love
man.
that for Nick. Alan, hello. Alan.
Hello.
Alan.
Hey.
Alan.
Alan.
Hello.
Okay, here we go.
Alan, name 3 countries in the United Kingdom.
England, Scotland, and... Fuck. Nope.
Can't say the F word.
Oh man, this for everyone that emails me and emails the show and asks why we don't talk to callers on the air.
You can't say the F word, Alan.
I know, I'm sorry.
That's twice today.
St. Louisans are vulgar.
That's my
today.
job.
Today. All right, 0 for 1, Alan. We'll keep him on. Let's go.
Okay. Name 3 famous British people.
Queen Elizabeth, Hugh Grant, and Prince Henry.
Oh, Prince Henry.
Prince Henry.
Who is
I'm
Prince
sorry,
Henry?
who's
Well, no,
Prince
Prince Henry's
Henry?
the little boy. Prince Henry. William's son. Prince Henry.
He's a Henry?
I think so. Prince,
Queen Elizabeth,
Prince Henry.
Hugh Grant,
Yes, he is.
Prince Henry.
There's Prince Henry, Duke of Gloucester.
Just a funny grouping.
He's been dead for 100 years. This guy's not talking about that guy.
Well, there's little Henry that's William's son, too.
There is.
Yes.
Of course he was talking about Prince Henry, William's son. Son of William.
Gloucester. Son of William.
Son of William.
I like it.
Hugh Grant, the Duke of Affability.
So
You meant,
crazy.
Prince Harry, right? But you said Henry, but that's okay. We'll give it to
There
him.
is a Henry, though.
Safe.
Final one.
Name 3 pop songs.
Hit me, baby, one more time. Like a virgin.
Goodbye.
Longest
Knew that.
title.
Man.
Knew that. Goodbye.
Longest title ever. That's a tough one. That's a
That
tough
is a very tough one.
Sorry.
The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Standing outside a phone booth. What's I don't even know the full name of that one.
Because you love it so much.
Standing outside a phone booth with
With Change My Hand?
Change My
Or
Hands.
something? Is that what it is?
Kenny. Hello.
What's up, folks?
Hey, Kenny. Let's do this.
Name 3 Italian dishes.
Spaghetti meatballs, muscatoli, and burrito.
And who?
Rigatoni.
And rigatoni.
Is that
I
a
didn't
dish?
hear rigatoni, but the phone cut out because we have terrible phones in this.
All right, so he said spaghetti meatballs. He said muscatoli, and he said rigatoni.
A rigatoni.
I mean,
count it.
I'm going to give you
Whatever.
judges.
Count it.
Judges.
I say whatever.
Fine.
I'll take it.
My soul hurts.
Hold on. I want to see.
I mean, those are types of pasta. Spaghetti
Sorry, Rizz.
meatballs was the only one that
I
was
want to
really
see
a
if
dish.
rigatoni was a noodle or a dish. You know?
It's both.
It's not. It's a
I think-
noodle.
I think
it's,
yeah,
what's
but
rigatoni with what?
I think you can do baked rigatoni, and it's just the same thing as baked muscatoli. You put
Yeah.
cheese and meat in
But
it.
muscatoli is
It's
not
spaghetti.
a dish.
Spaghetti's a noodle too. So.
Rigatoni
It's not
is a thing.
muscatoli is not a dish. It's a shape of pasta.
A vegetarian.
not here in St.
rigatoni.
Louis. Muscatoli is very
It's
much
an
a
order.
dish.
Yeah. Rigatoni
You guys
is
are out of
the
your
wedding
mind.
dish.
I'm taking away everybody's vowels at the end of the
it's
last
a
name.
That's
cheap-
the Afton
It's
wedding
a cheap
dish.
answer, but it's a good.
I know.
But it's a win.
Fine. If I were the judge, Kenny, I wouldn't give it to you.
Oh, man.
But I'm not. But Kenny, I'm not the judge.
I'm
so
the
it's fine.
judge. I'm the law.
All right, Kenny.
Thank you,
Next.
Lern.
You're welcome.
Tell me 3 of your favorite songs.
Baby One More Time, Bye Bye Bye, and I Like a Virgin.
Yes.
This man knows how to party.
This guy.
Yeah.
I love those songs. All right.
I want Jelly Roll tickets.
All right. Well, hang on. You got
Get
him.
whatever you want. You want it, you got it.
Going to see Jelly Roll.
Woo!
All right. Let's go to Brad. B-Rad. Hello.
Hey, happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go.
Name 3 planets in our solar system.
Mercury, Venus, Earth.
In order. My man.
Regular
Science
Galileo
class.
over here. All right, Brad.
Name 3 supermodels.
Elle McPherson, Christina Ricci, and
Christina Ricci.
Guys, he knows his planets, but he don't know his gals.
Christina Ricci is
Naomi.
beautiful.
Chrissy Turlington was the
Heidi,
first one I thought
Tyra.
of.
Ah, Cindy Crawford.
Stephanie Seymour. Oh.
No, I don't know why. No,
Cindy.
I should have thought. Cindy Crawford is in the list.
Guys, have you
I don't know why I thought Christy Turlington.
Dude, have you seen Cindy Crawford lately? The woman is still beyond gorgeous. Beyond.
Cindy Crawford?
Yeah, no,
dude.
she's good. She's aged very well.
And her daughter's Maya Gerber. She's married to the Gerber.
No, I
baby.
know. You know, they're very wealthy. They got the tequila.
I mean, her mole still looks beautiful.
She's
The whole
hot.
thing.
She's good. She's aged well.
I hope I look
Let's
like
not
she
get-
has a
Let's not
mole?
get crazy.
She's beautiful, dude.
No, she's a very good-looking woman. Let's not get
Christina Ricci's a good-looking woman too. I don't want to
Morning,
discount
morning.
that. I got an ex-girlfriend that looks like Christina Ricci. You ever have somebody that looks so much like an ex that anything you see him in, it's just like you can't not see that person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Okay, well, I thought that was more interesting in my head when I said it out loud. Let's move on.
I'm trying to think of the. Oh my God! You know,
Christy Turlington.
Cindy Crawford looks so great. She's how old? Yeah, she's a very nice looking older woman. Let's not get crazy about it.
You know what? You are so mean. You are so full of it too. I'm gonna pull up Cindy freaking Crawford for you. I'm real pissed.
Let's not get crazy about it, all right?
Let's not get crazy about it. Everybody listening should follow Cindy Crawford on the freaking gram, dude. Look at this woman.
She looks great.
She's smoking hot.
Let's not
She
get
looks
crazy.
great. She looks great.
having
She was a
fun.
supermodel. She's
And she's had hardly
She's
any
still-
work done, if any.
she's still a nice looking lady. I'm just saying, let's not get over the top.
Well, you're wrong.
Dude, I'm over the mountain about it. I am totally down with Cindy.
All right, Brad's got one more here.
Okay. Name 3 fruits other than an apple.
Orange, pear, grapes.
Oh, boom! This guy knows his fruits.
Orange pear, grapes.
She's a good-looking woman.
He's dumb.
Get out
He
of
doesn't
here.
know what he's
This
talking
woman comes up to you at a bar.
His knees would knock together if she walked in here
I'm
right
not.
now.
I know they would.
Gorgeous.
She's a very good-looking woman.
His knees would be knocking. His little short shins would be clacking together.
I think she's great-looking.
Thank you.
Thank
That's all
you.
I wanted. I just wanted
Let's not get nuts.
validation.
I still have her
One more
VHS workout video at home.
Jordan, hello.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. All right, let's go.
Name 3 large U.S. cities.
Texas, California, Alaska.
Those are states. Those are states, Jordan. Cities. It's okay. It's all right.
Turn your radio down, dude.
Okay, here we go.
Name 3 things a construction worker uses.
Hammer, nail, tape measure.
Yes. All those things are correct. those things are correct. One final one. Here we go, Jordan. Let's get a winner.
For the win, name 3 movies in theaters right now.
Oppenheimer, Barbie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Are those in theaters right now?
Those are on HBO Max.
That would have been a great answer about 10 months ago.
Now, wait.
No, they are not.
Are they playing anywhere?
they
Because
are not.
sometimes they do play those movies
Dude,
leading up to the
Peacock
Oscars
has-
in theaters.
We were watching Oppenheimer over the weekend. It's on Peacock.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes they
It
put those
doesn't
in
matter.
theaters.
Okay, let me find out. Let me find
lead
out.
up to the Oscars, which is what?
Okay,
in 2
I'm,
weeks?
I'm looking on the list. I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd. I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd. No Oppenheimer, no Barbie, and I don't even know what else he said.
Are you on Fandango?
I'm on Fandango.com, movies in theaters.
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I tried.
There's another Christopher Nolan film that's getting a...
Sometimes they put those movies out in
Hey,
theaters. They're
Rizz.
like, oh, this is nominated for an Oscar. Why
Right,
don't you
like
give it a gander?
Tenet is in some theaters right now, but that is...
Oh,
it.
Tenet's on my Netflix.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't you yell at
guys don't yell at each other anymore. Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
By the way, I fell asleep in Oppenheimer. It was too long.
did?
I did. I
Sorry
got
to
to
hear
the
that.
point where they were doing the bombs and they're all watching it happen, and
Doing the bombs.
I was out.
Whoa, spoiler alert.
I did have a cannabis seltzer before we started.
There it is.
All right, let's take a break. Sports and a spectacular headline Hooshe story. It is 9:23. Rizz Show, presented by the Fast Lane. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. Right lane blocked due to a crash 64 westbound after 40 drive. Your point forecast, windy today, high of 83. Chance for severe storms tonight. Right now it's 68 at the Point Studio.
All right, so the lead-off interview for Point Fest 2019, my guy Claudio from Coheed and Cambria. How you doing, man? Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
You know, I believe the last time that you were here, and I so wish that I could have talked to you while that it was happening. Coheed was playing a show at the pageant, and oh my gosh, the hubbub about your hair was on that day, man. Like it was so fascinating to watch some of your fans completely lose their minds about that. And I'm curious from your perspective because, you know, I mean, I know that the music is so important and everything that goes involved in this is such a big deal. And the hair thing to me seems like it would be something that you would be a little uncomfortable with as far as like the direct attention of it.
Enthusiasts, listen up. This is your home base speaking. Hot Shots Bar and Grill, and your ultimate destination for sports action since 1990. And this Feb, they're turning up the excitement way up a notch with something special. Hot Shots Customer Appreciation Month.
So you got a couple days left for the entire month of February. Join Hot Shots' 9 participating locations for a celebration like no other. Why? Because it's their way of saying, hey, thanks, customers. You're amazing. You're the guys that make Hot Shots the electric, sports-filled haven it is.
You may be asking yourself, so what's the big deal? Well, I'll tell you the big deal. Brace yourselves. Daily treats, because every day in Feb, Hot Shots is unveiling a new discounted menu item. I'm talking about flavor explosions that will make your taste buds do a touchdown dance.
From $9 6-pack tacos to $8 disco fries, there's something for everyone, and they've got the beer of the month and more surprises in store. Again, a couple days left.
Yep, and here's the real kicker. Hot Shots wouldn't be the powerhouse it is without you. You're incredible. They're incredible customers, so grab your friends, grab your kids, grab your appetite.
Grab your wife.
Grab your wife, and come celebrate all month long.
Check out the daily specials at hotshotsnet.com. Gather the crew. Make Hot Shots your go-to spot this month. It's Customer Appreciation Month at Hot Shots, your home for all the games all the time since 1990.
It's Donnie Fandango for 105.7 The Point, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by Dan Auerbach, the frontman of the Black Keys. And Dan, we got a lot of stuff to talk about with a single and a new record coming, but I wanted to bring up a couple of things first that you have done in the last year that I just loved. And two of the things specifically, the covers record that the Black Keys did, I just adored because it introduced me to a bunch of songs that I didn't know, and I loved that. And then also, too, I know you produced the Robert Finley record, and I loved that one, too. I didn't know anything about that man until, you know, I saw that you had worked with him. So I just kind of wanted to start things off by saying, man, I really appreciated both of those projects that you were obviously very deeply involved in.
Oh, man, thank you so much. That's great to hear. I mean, Robert Finley's the real deal. He's a Louisiana soul and blues singer, and he's touring. He's going to be touring all year. It's really exciting for him.
I will absolutely see that man. I mean, it was like, because as I'm listening to that record, I'm thinking to myself, why did I not know of this man before? Why do I have to live under a rock? You know what I mean? Like, it was that kind of, why haven't I been able to be a fan of this guy sooner?
Oh man, he is just like next level. You know, he just like shines on the stage. It's crazy.
Cannot wait. Well, let's get back to Black Keys stuff. And we just got the brand new songs from you guys, Wild Child, all right? And I love it. Now, listen, I've always thought that there was a really awesome groove in all of the Black Keys songs for the most part. But this one, I would even consider it funky, as a matter of fact. Would you yourself, the creator of that song, call it funky, sir?
I would definitely call it funky.
Yeah.
Or maybe funky with an O, funky.
Oh, that's even another level. But I do, man, like there is just a little bit of that sort of infusion in there that really, I think, differentiates it. What was this like the first song that was recorded? Was this one of the last ones that was written? How did this come about, when it comes to the rest of the album?
You know, I think the record is pretty varied. There's songs on there that are like the first take, just like super raw. Improvisation, like we just left all the mistakes in there. But Wild Child, we probably took the longest to construct. We had a different chorus, and we ended up going back and changing it. But but at the foundation of the song is just definitely just Pat and I in a room together, improvising, coming up with songs, just like kind of making it up off the top of our heads. But it's funny that you say that. Like, I think this is the first Black Keys song that has wah wah pedal on it.
Oh, wow. See, and I don't have the trained musical ear to pick that out, but that would make sense.
Absolutely. That's so funny that you said that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Because I'm listening to it and I'm thinking to myself, like the first time I heard it, I was like, I'm moving my butt cheeks in a way that, man, it's pretty great. I'm dancing in my chair. I like that I made you laugh, Dan. I really do. So, one of the things that I read too about you and Patrick being back into the studio, the album also too, and I can't forget, is going to be called Dropout Boogie. It'll be out on May the 13th. But I was really interested to see, I'm always fascinated with how bands write their stuff. And what I had read was that, and kind of you just said it, is that you and Patrick, you go into the studio, you just kind of, for lack of a better term, you kind of riff off each other and you come up with these songs. You don't go into the studio with anything kind of already etched out. Is that correct?
For the most part, yeah. I just think it's a really important part of who we are, is that improvising, because it's like a natural take, like straight from the gut, and it's like it just highlights the natural connection that we've always had. It's the reason we've been playing the music for so long, 20 plus years. I mean, we started playing when we were 16 and 17, and we kept it up because it was so much fun. It's just always been fun. It's easy, like sometimes it's real work making music with certain people, you know what I mean? But yeah. if you're lucky, like Pat and I were, you could find someone where it's just like instantaneous. You don't even really have to speak or think about it,
That's really amazing, and I think that speaks to the kind of the magic of that musical collaboration. You didn't know that, and again, and I know I saw it in the press release for the single, but like, what are the chances that these two kids from Akron, Ohio, that are going to live a block and a half from each other, or grow up a block and a half from each other, are going to have this kind of this kind of synergy, or whatever you want to call it? It's really pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically talking to a lottery winner. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me, The odds are so stacked against it being possible.
Do you think, like, you guys having such a good handle on that, like saying things like that it's a lottery, that maybe that's why you guys, like, I've interviewed you a couple of times, I've interviewed Patrick a couple of times, and there is no ego, you guys, like, there is none. Like, I feel like you kind of get it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be guys at all that are going to, like, the music business doesn't, whatever. The music business is what it is. You guys are going to be doing the Black Keys no matter what is going on in the music business, I guess.
Absolutely. I think our personalities are
It's officially a couple weeks away, and that means the rain is on its way. In fact, it's going to rain tonight. If you have a leaky roof, old roof, damaged roof, or your roof ugly, The Happy Roof Company should be your first phone call. Have them come out just for at least an inspection. Have the roof inspected. You should have it done, once every year or so, because you do not know what's going on up there. I had my roof inspected last year. That peace of mind is amazing, because you're thinking about the roof as far as, my head's dry, so everything must be good up there. But there could be, problems with your gutters, water's getting behind the walls, and that turns into a big, messy, costly problem down the road. Happy Roof Co., A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. These are not storm chasers. I've had them over at my house. 100% of the market is in the St. Louis and surrounding areas. They're headquartered in Sunset Hills. Free estimates, competitive pricing. If you call today, they will have somebody out to look at your issue within 24 hours. That's the Happy Roof Company. 314-665-3001. 314-665-3001. TheHappyRoof.com. It's the Happy Roof Company. They put the happy in happy endings. Okay, so let's go over Rafe's bucket list.
Okay.
So these are all the things Rafe would like to achieve.
Please tell me you don't have dropkick on there.
I do not have dropkick on there.
How about receive dropkick?
It's on there now. Might as well. So we've been going over all of our bucket list items over the last couple of weeks. We've done everybody's. We did Lern's yesterday. We did Moon, King Scott, Rizz. And now we do a lot of stuff on the show where we punish each other.
Okay.
So we're trying to develop the flip side of that coin, where we try to lift each other up, help each other achieve some of our bucket list things, hence the drop kick. He's always wanted to do it. We're trying to make it happen.
Tammy. All right, let's do some sports. All right, Moon, what's going on?
Sports brought to you by DraftKings, a casino queen. Call to book your Bracket Bash watch parties at DraftKings Sportbook now. Spurred by a rush of free agent infielders Monday, the Cardinals reached an agreement with Gold Glove winner Brandon Crawford.
Yeah, nice young dude, right,
another
Scott?
young
Another young guy.
This is great.
Another
Got a
young
lot of
guy.
youngsters this year.
He's a longtime Giants shortstop. The Cardinals and Crawford agreed on a major league deal. Multiple sources told the Post-Dispatch that will be finalized when he passes a physical.
How old is he?
37.
37.
Yeah, not bad.
So Mazalok sees the Oats bus roll up and goes, I want that guy, and I want that guy.
That one.
Give me
Oh,
that.
discounts. Yeah,
Give
let's
me the
do it.
second to last guy off of it. Anyways, this guy won 4 Gold Glove awards, his cornerstone for the Giants over the past dozen years. Crawford also gives the Cardinals a left-handed hitting compliment to rookie Mason Wynn at shortstop, and added depth if Tommy Edman isn't avaable for opening day.
Crawford had a good year last year.
He had a
didn't
good year last year.
Yeah, so it's actually a really good pickup.
It is. It's funny because I when they announced this and the rumors started happening, you watching Twitter and everyone's like, "Oh, the old guy."
No, this is the right kind of old guy, because this is like getting to Lance Berkman at the right time. When you need this kind of gun, this is the guy.
What do I know? I don't know anything, and you people don't know anything either. What do you mean by you people, Lern?
Right.
Yeah. Former NFL cornerback Richard Sherman was arrested early on the weekend, Saturday morning, on suspicion of driving under the influence near Seattle. Sherman was booked 4:50 a.m. Saturday, according to King County arrest records. TMZ reported
This guy's had his problems.
Yeah, officers pulled him over after he was going 79 and a 60. Washington State Patrol said that the incident is still under investigation. Sherman was previously charged with DUI and 4 other misdemeanors in July of 21. He pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor offenses in May of 22.
He was a safety, right?
He was 11 seasons in the NFL.
I think. Or was it corner for
Yeah,
Seattle? I mean, he was
cornerback.
Great.
Cornerback.
The big,
He's part of the Legion of Boom. Yeah,
Legion of Boom. Sanford grad.
Won a Super Bowl in 2013.
This was like, the guy. And now, since he's been retired.
Well, since he's been retired, he worked as an analyst on Amazon's Thursday Night Football broadcast for the past 2 seasons. He is expected to appear in court this week. We'll see what happens.
It's going to be tough for him. Because I think his last thing, he punched a hole through his ex. It was like a domestic situation, and they kept him after that. This will probably be his exodus from the analyst booth.
Yikes.
Hey, speaking of kept him, check this out. Matt Araiza, is that how you say it?
The Punk God.
Yeah, the Punk God is making his NFL return. Araiza signed with the Chiefs. His agency, JL Sports, announced it last week. The Bills drafted him in the 6th round of 2022.
Oh, yeah.
He was cut by Buffalo right before the 22 NFL season began after he and other college teammates were accused of gang rape at an off-campus party in San Diego State University.
This dude wasn't even at the party.
In late 2022, San Diego's District Attorney Summer Stephen announced that Araiza would not be charged in the case. And now he's signed.
So this guy was accused of rape.
Oh, yes.
Turned out he wasn't even at the party. The accusation railroaded his career.
Wow.
He went unsigned for 2 seasons.
He was signed by the Bills, and then they dropped him.
Then they dropped him
And he was
when the allegations came out.
untouchable.
Chiefs have like the best punter.
Yeah, he's gone.
Tommy Townsend's gone.
Gone.
What?
Gone.
Where'd he go?
I think free agency.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, but Matareza, I mean, this guy was great in college. Really had a promising career. It's good to see a guy who was lumped up in some accusations that wind up being unfounded. His life is not over.
EA Sports says that more than 5,000 college football players opted in to appear in the upcoming College Football 25 video game, all in less than 12 hours. Players are looking to capitalize on their appearance as EA Sports is reportedly providing $600 whole to any college football player who opts in. EA Sports hasn't released a college football game since 2013's NCAA Football 14.
Scott, Brandon Crawford last year
was not so great.
Yeah, hit 194.
Oh, that's but he was injured.
That's good, right?
Yeah, he was injured a decent amount, but you got to look at whenever he was young, it was amazing.
Back when he was a whippersnapper.
Being injured does not go against your batting average. The U.S. Women's National Team.
No, he did not have a good season last year.
No.
The U.S. Women's National Team suffered a setback in its 2024 CONCACAF W Gold Cup group stage finale. They fell 2-0 to Mexico. Looks like, as a result, USA finishes second in Group A and will await the results from Groups B and C over the next 2 days before learning its opponent for the quarterfinal match to be played Saturday, March 2nd or Sunday, March 3rd, depending on the seeding, at BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. St. Louis City SC continue their CONCACAF Champions Cup match against Houston. The second leg, that happens tonight in Houston. And one other thing, an 8-year-old boy has made history becoming the youngest to defeat a grandmaster in chess. At 8 years and 6 months old, Ashwath Kaushik became the youngest player ever to defeat a grandmaster in classical chess. This dude was born in India, resides in Singapore, clinched victory against a 37-year-old Polish grandmaster during a huge open in Switzerland just a couple weeks ago. This is a huge triumph, and it came after an intense 3-hour battle on board. Can you imagine being an 8-year-old and basically setting a record for being the smartest badass in chess ever?
That's cute.
I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
And the Blues play tonight.
And the Blues are playing tonight.
Blues in Winnipeg. 7 o'clock start.
The Winnipeg Jets. So
Winnipeg Jets, yes.
That's
the
right.
Jets of Winnipeg tonight, 7 o'clock.
Very good. I wish them well.
All right, one final thing. And that's sponsored by
Morris Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
Rafe, right up your alley, this one. Right up your alley.
Lay it on me, brother.
This is from East Freedom, Pennsylvania.
Love it already.
A guy was busted last week shoplifting more than 1,100 items from Walmart.
Damn.
32-year-old John Lee Pittman been charged with theft, receiving stolen property, and possession of a prohibited firearm. John was seen filling up his shopping cart and attempting to leave the store without paying. Officers found John leaving with stuff including bacon and other meats, as well as 5 boxes of Remington brand 12-gauge shotgun shells.
Attaboy.
Hell yeah. Bacon and ammo.
It's a good
in
day.
East Freedom, Pennsylvania. Woohoo!
Wow. I hear the Star Spangled Banner
That's
distantly.
Right. In all, he was found with nearly 140 stolen items, valued at around $1,180. Surprise, 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 dude. Already a warrant out for
what?
Burglary charges. There you go, from East Freedom, Pennsylvania. Bacon and shotgun shells. We salute you. Today's Headline Hooshe. One final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.
This is King Scott, Ways of the Blades. Today I'm going to teach you swords. First, you want to start with the Holiday Special, the great way to start an attack. They'll never see it coming. Next, you want to use the Festus Backswing, especially if they use the Matthew Perry. Now you want to finish with the Canterbury Slice. It's a great follow-up if they're using the Crom's Delight or the Miniature Poke. Thank you for watching. This is King Scott's Ways of the Blades. Now you know swords.
Well, here we are backstage at Point Fest with Greek fire.
Hey,
Gentlemen.
Hi, Donnie.
So, guys, how'd it go today?
Well, you know, it went excellently.
Yeah, man.
You know why? Because so we had, just to fill anybody in, we had a bunch of technical difficulties, and it really wasn't anyone's fault. But
good. You feel good. It's good for your mental health. It's confidence. You know, at Parkrest Plastic Surgery, it's their mission to provide the highest levels of care to help you achieve your cosmetic goals with natural-looking results. Parkrest Plastic Surgery, right down the road here on New Ballas in Creve Coeur. Dr. Kaplan, Dr. McGuire have both treated patients from all over the world. Both have helped lead vital clinical research. They've led to major changes in their industry. People still travel from all over to be treated by the surgeons at Parkrest. They love the way that, they approach plastic surgery at Parkrest. Whether you're looking for the mommy makeover or you're looking for, I don't know, just to get rid of unwanted fat, everything from laser hair removal to hydrofacials to permanent makeup to radio frequency microneedling, otherwise known as Morpheus, they do it all at Parkrest Plastic Surgery. Just book a consultation. ParkrestPlasticSurgery.com, ParkrestPlasticSurgery.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and we have the absolute pleasure for the first time of speaking to Ash from New Year's Day. Welcome, and it's great to have you at Point Fest.
We're so honored to be at Point Fest today. It was so much fun.
You had that crowd going. You know what I mean? How do you handle the challenge when you are coming into a situation where you know, there's a headliner, we're playing a little bit earlier on in the day. That is not an easy thing a lot of times, but a lot of bands enjoy that challenge.
We are one of those bands.
Yeah.
Obviously I'd love to be the headliner eventually and play at later time slots, but I really do enjoy being one of the openers, even though it was hot.
Yeah.
Even though it was so hot. But we enjoy opening the crowd because, one, they're energetic, they're ready to start the day, and I feel like I can really get them to rock out.
Yep.
They're not, 5 beers deep and have been in the sun for 8 hours yet.
Right.
I do enjoy that. And I like a challenge. I grew up, I love wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I always love the idea of being the heel and having to go out and turn the crowd and let the crowd kind of look at you like, who the hell are these guys?
Yeah.
And then have them in the palm of your hand by the end.
Absolutely.
Even if they're booing. Just kidding, but they weren't.
But the power of you know what I didn't understand when I was a kid and watched wrestling so much and get
Are you
it
a
now.
wrestling fan too?
I am a wrestling fan, absolutely. The power of the heel. You know what I mean?
I would rather be the heel than the baby face.
Right. But when I was a kid, I would have never thought that, never got how cool that aspect of it was. But it's the answer. So as a wrestling fan, you got to play WrestleMania.
I did. Yeah, WrestleMania 37.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many WrestleManias ago was that at this point? I'm not
one
sure.
WrestleMania ago.
So can you kind of talk about that experience and like how incredible, I mean, I know it was incredible, but like how did it happen, the whole thing?
Long story short, I was doing a songwriting session for our last record in New York, and it was with a songwriter that didn't really understand what we were going for as New Year's Day. And he was very polite. He goes, I don't really get you, but there's some metal guys down the hall that might love it. And so all I did was knock on their door, and they happened to be the songwriting team for WWE. It literally was like that, just fate.
Wow.
And they go, wow, we love your voice. We have a new up-and-coming wrestler who loves metal music. We think you would be great for her. Would you be interested? I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Of course I'd be interested. And it was Rhea Ripley. Can you believe that? Not at the start of her. She's had a very long career. She's worked very hard. But it was at kind of the earlier stages of her NXT days. Right. So I've been her theme song for 5-6 years. Yeah.
It's incredible. What is it like playing that venue when it's that big on TV,
Unreal.
the whole thing?
Unreal. I think I blacked out.
I was just going to say, do you remember things from it or just
no,
before and after?
No, it happened so fast.
Right.
I feel like it was raining. It was in Tampa, Florida. It was at the Buccaneers. I forget the stadium. Anyway, but it was raining all day, so we didn't get a sound check, and it felt like the longest day until it was time to go. And then it happened so fast.
Yeah.
They said, hurry up, go around this corner, get on stage. We didn't know where we were going. We just all of a sudden turned a corner, and it was 50,000 people. They didn't tell us where the pyro was or where the fireworks were going to be or when they would go off.
All right. Well,
they just said, get out there and go.
Well, that's a little alarming and maybe not particularly very safe now that we're talking about it.
But you know what? None of us went up in flames, so all is well, and it was awesome. And a little fun fact about it is we had no idea what was going on truly, that Rhea Ripley missed her entrance cue and came out a little bit too early and did the stomp. and none of the fireworks went off. And she went, uh-oh, I'm not supposed to be here right now. So we just rocked out.
Unbelievable. That is so
Isn't
fantastic.
that wild?
So I've heard a thing. So in my house, all right, my wife, I don't know the best way to say this. There is never a time that it is not Halloween, okay?
I love that.
There are scary movie posters in my living room.
Oh, I love
there are
that.
pumpkins 24/7. I mean, there is never a time that it is not Halloween season. The thing that would concern me is if my wife toured and was able to go place to place and see all of the Halloween stuff that they have everywhere, there would be probably a monetary issue going on. How do you not buy things everywhere? Because I'm sure you see cool stuff all of the freaking time.
I used to be really bad. I'd have to buy extra tubs for our trailer, and all my oddities, all of my Halloween decorations filled the tubs.
Yeah.
Now we're full. We're done. I've got 2 storage units full of Halloween stuff. I have nowhere to put it. At this point, I have to stop. So now we're just spending money on experiences and not things.
All right.
So now we try to do as many haunted houses on tour this time of year as we possibly can. In fact, the next one we're going to is Netherworld in Atlanta, in Georgia. It's one of the top 10 in the U.S. for me.
So I somehow married a woman that loves Halloween and everything scary, and I hate it.
No way.
I am so petrified by
no.
all of it for real. So like when I go to a haunted house with her or when I
So you're
watch
fun
that
at a haunted house.
because I get the bejesus scared out of
See,
me.
I
Like,
would
for
have fun
real.
going with you because I don't get scared really.
Yeah, and my eyes bug out, and she loves that
See, that
too.
sounds fun.
So
I
like
get
it's a
it.
whole thing. Well, you know what? It's really wonderful to have you here, and I hope that we can get you through again to play your own show, to play Point Fest, whatever. It was wonderful to meet you.
Thank you.
This year, might I recommend going to a homebuyer workshop, which is happening. There's one happening Thursday on the 29th at the Lodge in Des Peres. Now, my buddy Kevin Putney can get you in. Give him a call, 314-862-0123. Thinking about buying a new home, join local top real estate pros. This is free. It's a free panel discussion on effectively navigating today's unique market. They'll provide helpful tips, essential information on how to become the most successful kind of buyer, which is an informed buyer. Preparing to buy a new home, working with a real estate agent, the home buying roadmap of do's and don'ts, the financing and down payment assistance options you'll get, applying for a mortgage and documentation. There's so many pitfalls you could fall in. Be smart about this. Go to the Homebuyers Workshop this Thursday, the Lodge in Des Peres, from 7 to 8:30. Kevin Putney, give him a call, get you in. 314-862-0123. That's 314-862-0123. Online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, equalizing opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage LLC. NMLS 3029. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. 123mortgage.com. 314-862-0123.
Hello, I'm Lefty Borton, here for you, your Valentine's 2016 holiday dating tips. Number 1, fireplaces are great, but don't get too close. Human hair is flammable. Tip number 2, a bearskin rug is romantic. Go with something dark. It'll hide most of the stains. Alcohol is key. Always check for an ID. If you don't know, the judge will tell you. Tip number 4, trash bags should always be within reach. I'm fine. I have mine within reach all the time. We're not going to get to all of them. I haven't even gotten to the clamps yet. We're out of time for this year. I'll see you next year with Lefty Borton's Valentine's Tips for 2017. Goodbye for now.
5-7 the point. AO. Let's go. It's Liv Maddox, broadcasting live from the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, and I am joined now by the one, the only Jelly Roll.
Yeah, baby.
How are
Howdy,
you,
howdy.
sir?
I feel like I'm back home, man. I love St. Louis. It's one of my favorite cities in America for dozens of reasons. And then the last time I was here was just sheer disappointment because Point Fest got rained out that day. And
Yeah,
Oh,
we're still mourning that. And the crazy thing is that, you know, I wasn't here yet when that happened, but I keep hearing that when that announcement came out that it had to be pushed out, and then you couldn't make the scheduled show, people were so upset. You've got St. Louis in the palm of your hand, man. How does that feel?
No. I just love St. Louis, and they love me. I've been coming here for years. We used to play Pops.
Yep.
I probably played Pops 30 times in my life.
And now here you are at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
Awesome. Yes.
I
With
know.
limited tickets. You like limited as in get in your car and come on and grab 'em.
Exactly. Got to get here, box office. The music doesn't start till 7. You still got time to settle in before Jelly Roll hits the stage. Now, what's really cool about you, Jelly Roll, is that, and I promise you this isn't a commentary on your size, is that you don't fit into a box musically. Right. You got the hip-hop, you got the country, you got the rock all in one. So if somebody comes up and they're like, Liv, what kind of musician is Jelly Roll? What do I say?
He's a music man.
He's a music man.
Right, listen, so in the 90s, I was listening to Korn.
Okay.
But I also knew every single word of Gin and Juice.
Okay.
And secretly, as a Southern boy, I knew every single word of Time Marches On by Tracy Lawrence, right? So that was the 90s country music era. And this is stuff I've just known since I was a kid. So it wasn't, I don't know, I just always judged music on whether it was good or it sucked. And a lot of music has sucked over the years. So anytime we get something that's pretty good, we should hang on to it, not categorize it and alienate it. We should embrace it, you know?
Sure. So what music doesn't suck right now? What are you listening to?
It depends. Across the board, I'm still listening. I'm stuck in the 70s.
Okay.
Right? Because I have a rule when I record, I don't listen to much current music because I don't want to be influenced.
Okay.
I hate that when the sounds become, so I'm really weird about that. But I do love Crown the Empire on the rock side. I don't know why they just do it for me. I've always thought a lot of that band. Listening to a lot of Greta Van Fleet still. Yes. There's a kid named Bailey Zimmerman on the country side that's just absolutely insane. Just young, raspy voice, just wild.
Sure.
It's probably what I'm listening to now. Co Wetzel. I got Co Wetzel on repeat. Good old party music.
Yeah. So you were touring with Brantley Gilbert, and now you're out here with Shinedown. Do you approach the shows differently, country versus rock? Are you still same guy, same show, same energy?
Same guy, same show, same energy. Everywhere you see me, whether I'm sitting at church with a pastor or out drinking with the boys, I'm the same bubble. You can count on that. Take it to the bank and cash it. If you like me, I love you. If you don't, that's fine. At least I know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's something I love about you is that you are who you are. You're not shy about your past. You share that openly, and I think that's part of why people are drawn to you. It's like, this is an authentic dude, and he has shown that he can break the cycle, you know, in and out of incarceration as a youth and into adult. What was that moment for you that kind of broke you out of that system?
It was having a daughter.
That'll
it was the realization that I could no longer be selfish and that there was something that he's solely relying on me, and I knew that was an important task. So I wanted to take it serious, and I did.
You did?
I did. Take it very serious to this day. She's 14 years old. My wife and I have had full custody of her for 8 years. 7 years. As soon as me and her got together.
So what's it like to be a full-time musician and a full-time father?
You know, it's awesome because she's 14 now, right? So she can fly out on the weekends and come hang out. It was a little rougher when she was young, but now she's like a little roadie. She loves music. She plays the piano, plays the guitar. She's also into the drama stuff and the theater stuff at school. So
that's incredible. That's incredible. Now,
she's finding her way to express herself, and I encourage that. So I think it helps.
And I love seeing multi-generational musicians. I don't know if you caught any of the Taylor Hawkins tribute over the weekend.
Yeah, John Harvey was watching it in his green room, so we go in there and check it out.
Incredible. And to have, you know, his son come out and support, you know, I would think that as a father that gives you a feeling that not everybody can relate to.
It was the most emotional moment of the whole thing for me, right? Because you're somewhere between so proud of this kid, yet so deeply hurt for him.
Exactly. And I looked at that whole special, like...
And man, let's not take away the fact that kid was...
Flip the script on your future. Now, imagine transforming your life and career in just a couple months. It's all possible in 3 easy steps with Centric. Step 1, decide to make that change. You've got the power to rewrite your story starting today. Step 2, dive into Centric's Accelerated Tech program. Whether you're into coding or cybersecurity or network administration, they have got you covered at Centric. In as little as 4 months, not 4 years, 4 months, you can get the skills you need with hands-on training that sets you up for real-world success. Step 3, step out and start your new career. Centric's not just about learning, it's about launching you into a career that's as dynamic and forward-moving as you are. And here's the best part. You choose how to learn, on-site or online, day, evening, or flex options. Centric's flexible learning fits your life, not the other way around. With new programs starting all the time, the right moment is whenever you are ready. Change your life in just 3 easy steps today by going to centric.com/Rizz, CENTRIQ.com/Rizz.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
Our first big summer show of 2018. We've got 30 Seconds to Mars and Wellesley Arms and Walk the Moon and K-Flay. How are you?
I'm doing great.
It's really great to see you. I got to tell you this, though, kind of changing up the interview from where I thought it was going to go. I want to know about the fitness regime in which that you have, how you do it out there when it's 105 degrees, because I need to.
Okay, so we've just started something. We're calling it Witness the Fitness.
Okay.
It's good branding, right?
Right.
We're off to a good start. But basically, like, with a tour like this too, we have a lot of downtime.
Sure.
So we're trying to take like times when we could do bad things and do good things.
Oh, very good. So you're just kind of keeping yourself busy, more or less.
Sort of.
But then also doing something very good for your mind and for your body as well.
Exactly, because I feel like one of the things, there's like a weird cycle that can happen on tour where you get locked into this like never changing like Groundhog Day thing.
Sure.
And this is a good way to disrupt that potentially damaging cycle.
Absolutely so. But I mean, and also too, though, I mean, you're kind of able again to do something for the body as well as.
Yeah, and it's good for the mind.
Yeah.
It's very good for the mind.
You don't do well with downtime, I'm assuming. Like as far as
Right.
like you get bored, probably super easy.
I do get pretty bored, yeah.
Well, what do you do like when you're not working, when you're not touring? I assume we've had this conversation before where I know you write a lot, where you're always doing something. But I would think downtime would almost be your enemy to a certain extent, just for you personally. You know what I mean? You probably don't dig it.
This is like a therapy session. Yes.
Yeah. I'm good at that.
I have trouble with quiet. So yeah, I'm working on that. I mean,
Yeah.
for the most part, honestly, this last like couple of years has been pretty much work stuff.
Right.
Pretty relentlessly, which is, I mean, I also just like making music pretty fundamentally, so that feels like it's always worthwhile, even if it's not going to be a song for me, if I'm just like trying to get better at guitar and recording riffs in my bedroom or something like
Yeah.
that. But I listen to a lot of podcasts. I read a lot. I do a lot of crossword puzzles.
Yeah.
Big crossword puzzle fan.
I've turned to the crossword puzzle game here recently, which is because it's never sort of been my thing.
Okay.
But then my two youngest like really got into it as the school year went on. So I found myself like actually buying like a crossword puzzle book at the grocery store in the checkout. Now I'm only a couple in and I'm not very good at it, but it's a nice little challenge for the brain. You know what I mean? Like I find myself like actually probably using parts of my brain I wouldn't be using otherwise.
Yeah, we've been talking about this. Crossword puzzles are like an interesting skill, like a very specific skill. I was sort of like trained by my father to do them and be good at them. So I started doing like the New York Times Sunday puzzle, not like I needed help, but as a young kid. And you kind of learn like there's a language to crossword puzzles that you develop over time. So you kind of have to do them to be good at them. Like a lot of really smart people aren't that great at crossword puzzles if they haven't done a lot of them.
How young, like when you say you're doing this, like how young are you saying that you started doing it?
I mean, well, he was always doing them, so I was around them, but I probably started helping around like, 7 or 8 or something like that. I wasn't very good.
But still, I mean,
Yeah.
but to be able to be a part of that process and help in any way, shape, or form at 7 or 8 is pretty stinking impressive.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely so. I want to go back a little bit about the whole Grammy process, and I know you had a chance to talk to Lux about this, but I want to know, like, How do you find out about something like that?
Astani Fandango is next. We thank you all for tuning in. Today's wrap-up is sponsored by...
It's sponsored by Jack in the Box Jack Wraps. A little bit healthy, a little bit of indulgence, only at Jack.
All right. We did a lot today.
We did a lot today.
Honestly,
the most important thing we did was we let people know what Christopher Lee sounds like.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Thank you.
We had sick
Go back in the
karaoke.
podcast to listen for that.
We let people have control of the phones.
Dude.
That always works out.
That was awesome.
I got to get out of here. I'm
Never
done.
again.
Gotta get out.
Never again.
Gotta get out of here.
All right, Moon, what do you got?
Well, the podcast is called And Now Christopher Lee's Metal Record. Yeah. I'm just going to leave it there. It's the best. It's the best.
What else?
Subscribe to my Story of the Gear channel. It's super fun. Today I'm actually interviewing Dan Jacobs from Treyu, and I have a couple other... Yeah, he has the sweetest, most cool custom guitar collection you've ever seen. You don't even have to be interested in guitar to get a lot out of this channel. But I have a whole bunch of guests coming up the next couple weeks, starting with Dan. He rules. He's fun. Check that out.
Cool. Lern.
Follow me on the socials, Lern versus Radio. Thanks.
Thank you, Lern. Great job singing today, by the way.
Yeah.
Excellent job.
Thank you so much.
Rafe.
I am Rafe Williams on all socials, so follow me on there for content that would get me fired here and might someday. So, but it's fun. I'm having a good time. You should come have a good time with me.
Thank you, Rafe. Scott.
Yeah, King Scott rules on all socials, and make sure to definitely follow on TikTok because I started doing a weekly live stream with Natalie Spack, and I'm sure you've probably seen some of her videos because she has a ton that went viral, but we're doing a fun live stream kind of thing, and so check that out.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Remember the Day brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, St. Louis, home for Blues hockey from Edwardsville, Illinois. Kellen Weiss.
Kellen.
Yeah, our Teamers Remember the Day. And Kellen wants to hear this song. Here it is. We will see you tomorrow. Dine and X. Bye.
Energy up.